You got our guys, Coach?
Yeah, on here. Hey, welcome to Harrison Central High School, home of the Red Rebels. Charlie Pavlis, and back with me.
I'm Rick Crawford. Glad to see you guys tonight.
Again, coming in, Coach, 1-1. Finally picked up the victory last week versus Hancock, and coming in to face an undefeated in region play. Harrison Central Red Rebels, one loss on the season, but in region play, Harrison Central does come in at 2-0 with a potent offense and again a lot of talent on the roster.
And, Coach, we got a beautiful night. I'm checking the AccuWeather forecast. I believe it's about 85 degrees. I see one cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful South Mississippi weekend, ready for cruising the coast and cruising to high school football.
A lot of traffic out there. Glad to be here, you know, in the comforts of the booth, and I'd say semi-air conditioned. It's air conditioned, but we got the windows open. And Rick, talk about, again, you know, we're split at home games. Obviously, you're down below, you know, doing the PA. Talk a little bit about, what I thought was a dominating performance last week versus Hancock. Give me your thoughts, because we weren't up there in the booth together.
Well, the Hancock Hawks came in. We expected them to continue to play well like they did last year. St. Martin come out and gave them a quick punch in the gut, if you will, and when we rolled the rest of the way, we almost got the shutout with the defensive performance, gave up a touchdown late. And to me, that's the key to this Yellowjacket team. We've had high octane offenses for the last few years, but this year's defense is somewhat special so far.
Well, look, those front guys have done a great job. With only a three-man front, we've done a pretty good job. Against the run, especially runs between the tackles, and obviously we got a lot of speed on the outside. Again, I thought last week was our best week defending the pass. I thought we did a much better job. I think we've been running with the guys, but we haven't done the greatest job sniping our heads inside and deflecting balls. And those 50-50 balls, the other team's guys have been making plays, with the exception of last week. I mean, Hancock only threw it 8 times last week.
Yeah, that surprised me because their quarterback, Garsha, came into that game highly touted as a high school quarterback, but their number one receiver went down. After that, it seemed like they were reluctant to throw the ball even when they were trying to come back from 20 points down.
So, bottom line, we play game 1 region play. We lose on a 2-point conversion, a tough loss, and which is, normally one of the best teams in the region. We, instead of hanging our heads, pouting, we rebound and take on a team that was moving the ball really, really well, and we did a good job locking those guys up. And now we find ourselves 1-1 facing, again, there's 2 undefeated teams in our region, and one's Harrison Central, one's Gulfport. And, we came up 1 point versus Gulfport, and now we're 2 weeks later, and we get a chance to see how good we are and how much we've improved.
Well, something happened in the second half of that Gulfport game going back 2 weeks ago. I think the boys, the team, I call them the boys, were playing a little intimidated in the first half. They weren't executing at a high level. But in the second half of that Gulfport game, they realized they can play with anybody. I had a friend in the stands last week who watched the Jackets play first time this year and said, man, this team is fast. And he wasn't just talking about our skill players on offense. He was talking about our D-line, our O-line as they pull, our linebackers, and they're not small either. You got 6'2", 225 Jay Franklin making tackles, getting sideline to sideline, and he's quick. And that's a big difference. You got Easton Wynn back there playing a dog position, what the Jackets call it, but it's kind of like a strong safety, run support and coverage. And he's a good-sized lad, but he's quick, and that's the difference. This defense is very quick. That 3-5-3 plays really fast. You sacrifice a D lineman from the front end, and you put a speed guy in the back end, and so far it's worked well for the Jackets.
Well, at times you can sacrifice when you've got people up front, with the size of Norday, White plugging up that middle. He's been a really good – he's had a really good season. He started out early. We had a few – we had a few penalties there from jumping off sides early, and they had a little taunting going on right there.
There's a little pregame chess match going on by both end zones. You got the Jacket players calling out the Red Rebels, and these teams know each other. This is a region opponent. They all know what tonight's game means.
Cheerleaders are still holding the old thing over there, and I guess we went around it instead of through it. So I'm excited and can't wait to get the ball rolling here. And if you look out there, and we got our brand new, although we ordered them a long time ago, we got our brand new white uniforms. We signed that Adidas contract, and ultimately, what that means is any new cloth that we have to purchase has to be Adidas, and this is our first set of Adidas uniforms out there in the all white, and man, it looks great.
Well, and that's important for the casual fan to understand. High school football doesn't happen out of tax dollars. The money's not there. Coaching staffs, athletic departments have to get out and make deals with businesses to help pay the bills. And that's why I think before kickoff here, I'd like to send a shout-out to all of our sponsors, some of which we'll name later throughout the broadcast.
Well, I can go ahead again because it always gets tough, given our starting out with our sponsors for the WGUD broadcast here is Empress Audio, who's our halftime special there. Solar Control. Hires Construction is our title sponsor. And Save Right Drugs, committed to elect Mark Maples. Prada Home Health, Jackson County Board of Supervisors, committed to elect Stacy Zorn, Allen and Trudy Johnson, and Johnson Tire. And our No Quit Award winner sponsors, Sicily's Pizza, Smokehouse Bayou Smoked Jerky, and Smoothie King. I want to thank everybody for providing, again, their sponsorship and those No Quit Award winners
And absolutely, if any alumni or other business folks are watching tonight, if you're interested in sponsoring Yellow Jacket football or this broadcast, get a hold of me or Coach Pat. We had a kickoff, Coach.
Jared Wetzel back in it, and again, anytime you can get a kickoff back for a touchback, that means we ain't got to tackle anybody.
And I like it. High school rules, of course, automatic touchback. Harrison Central Red Rebel football, 1st and 10 on their own 20.
Now, we didn't spend a lot of time talking about Harrison Central, but, Rick, you got their stats in front of you, and you know, they're led by the quarterback, and he is a handful, can run it, can throw it.
Young man number 16, Stringer, it says. No, 17, excuse me, Anderson. I got the wrong guy.
Now, when you look, he doesn't have a lot of rushing yards, but anytime he gets close, you know, they're running that RPO, and he's going to keep it down close to the goal line. But the give's going to be right there. And Kenny Williams, first guy to him.
That's 24 McLean, the sophomore, on the carry for the Rebels. Good to see Kenny Williams getting warmed up early.
You know, last week, Rico Moore led us with 17 tackles. Kenny Williams had 12.
And Jace Franklin in assist on that stop.
I like those white unis now. They're
and
good.
The Red Rebels there, just like you were calling, that wasn't an RPO, Coach, but it was a run option. And Stringer decided to give the ball to McLean, the tailback there.
Well, bringing a little pressure from the outside, and Easton Wynn, and first guy to him, and D. Ingram coming in at the end, throwing a shoulder in there, but we brought a little pressure from the outside, and Harrison Central, again, ran it right through the middle where we've been productive, and we've been able to shut people down between the tackles all year.
Well, this Red Rebel offensive line is going to be one of the largest lines we've faced all year, second probably to the Crestview, Florida team, and they can really block for their running game.
On speed sweep right here, and again, 2-3 guys, Rico Moore and D'Angelo Gaines right there for the tackle.
That's 11 Atkins, a freshman, playing for the Red Rebels on that sweep. Jackets do a good job using their team speed to collect that.
You know, when you're talking about up front, you're talking about, again, Kobe Evans, Norday White, and D'Angelo Gaines, 55, 59, 56, sitting there in the hole with Jace Franklin and Rico Moore coming on the edge, and Kenny Williams right there in the middle. But Rick, we got about 7 guys walked up 2 yards between, and you'll see a lot of that stunting from the backers, and they're going to take to the air. Got a seam route right there. 3 Yellowjackets there, and that's ultimately Franchise Cannon making a play at it, but 3 Yellowjackets had an opportunity at that ball, and ultimately.
Well, the Red Rebels first off had her confused with that little stack formation, and Easton Winds crept up into man coverage. And then they went back into zone. He showed man went zone. They had the play covered, but like you said, all 3 Jackets went for the ball. Now it's just a tip drill, and the Red Rebel receiver came down with it.
Well, you can't ask for any better than to have 3 guys where the ball's coming, and that's just bad. That's just bad luck for us, and a heads-up play by number 2.
And that's going to go in the books as a 50-yard touchdown reception for the Red Rebels. Never mind that it came on a tip drill.
The kick is up and good, and an early 7-0 lead for Harrison Central.
That looks like number 16, your kicker for the Rebels. His name is Stringer also, G. Stringer. All right, so the Jackets in a hole, Coach. 7-0 Rebels.
Well, again, not bad. Again, I mean, it's not bad coverage. One of them plays, it's not bad coverage.
That's just one of those that you call, it's just a football play. You don't know which way that ball's going to bounce. Jackets were playing great defense on that play. Showed man, went back to zone, confused the quarterback exactly like they wanted to. Had 3 guys there that could have picked it off, and it caused chaos. But here we are, 7-zip. Back deep for the Jackets. You got number 7, Elijah Washington.
And Micaiah Abear back there.
Rebels look like they're going to do something unusual on this kick. It's teed up kind of sideways.
And if I'm somebody watching, I'm trying my best not to get that, let Elijah Washington catch this ball.
I think they've seen film, but they're kicking it to him anyway.
And we will take it at about the 15-yard line.
Block for 7.
Elijah with a seam, Going to bring it up to about the 37-yard line. Going to bring St. Martin 1st and 10 from the 37.
Good return for Elijah Washington on that play.
Again, it's 7-0. Harrison Central 10:09 left in the first quarter. Again, coming to you live from Harrison Central High School. Our first game is actually being on YouTube. Obviously, we've been on Facebook Live, and our first game coming from YouTube. So, again, we appreciate everybody joining in. And, again, like, share the page, subscribe. Twin set here. Million Graham at the helm, and Ham McGee to his right. Had a little flinch over here. Looked like Elijah flinched on the near side
It's
here.
going to be offsides on the offense. Coach, I ducked my head in the locker room right quick before we came up to the press box and just checked. All of our players are healthy tonight. That's a good sign, including Ham McGee. He's back strong.
Oh,
Good performance last week.
He looked phenomenal. Right now, again, you're talking about Ham McGee, 455 yards, leading us in rushing, coming into the on 70 carries in 5 games right there, and leading us with 6 touchdowns. Again, in the twin set here. We're going to hand that thing to – no, Million's going to keep it. He's got a seam to the 40, 45, 50, to the 40, to the 37-yard line. Great read by Million Graham. Again, Ham McGee's out there. Everybody in their ankle is going to take Ham McGee, and Million with a great read.
That play's called an inverted veer, Coach. He's faking an outside zone run for the Ham McGee, and he's reading inside, and that opened wide open, and Million kept the ball and scooted for about 30 yards.
It'll be trips right here from the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Let's see if we give it. He gives it this time to Ham McGee, bouncing out left. Ham's tough to take down. Again, outside probably for about a gain of 1. Ran about 50 yards for a gain of 1.
Well, the Rebels' defense, their defensive line had that power play read, but Ham used his superior speed to get outside and gain a yard. 2nd down 9.
Again, Jay McGee's checked in. Again, we're still in the trips right with Nick Ross down here on the near side. Again, Million Graham.
What that triple formation does for you, Coach, it helps them undisguise his zone defense.
Million's going to keep it himself for about a gain of 1 right there. Going to bring up 3rd down at about 7.
Yeah, big 93 making the penetration play on that. Justin Moore's his name, a defensive tackle for the Red Rebels.
All right, first big 3rd down of the night right here. Again, 7-0 Harrison Central, 9:20 left in the first quarter.
Jackets back in a traditional spread offense now.
Million drops back. We look at halfback screen. And we threw it before Ham was able to get out there. And again, well read by Harrison Central. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, number 55, Rayshawn Reynolds for the Rebels didn't bite on the screen. He covered it very well. He followed the blockers, which led him to the ball, and he was able to get a hand on it.
And here's one of those situations where we're not really in field goal range, and, you really don't want to punt it. You're not going to gain that much. Coach Whitehead is going to roll the dice, and we're looking for a hard count right here to see if we can't draw them off sides. And we did. We'll take those 5 yards.
Good call, Coach.
Okay.
We'll take those 5. Yeah. That 4th and 4 is going to be a lot easier to get than 4th and 9.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't opposed to going and trying to get it again.
The Rebels are set up in a 4-3 defense, Coach. It looks what I guess you might call it a higher level, a nickel, because they're looks like they're man up on most of our receivers.
But everybody's within 7-8 yards of it. Million's going to keep it this time, and Harrison Central with great penetration. They're going to take the ball on turnover, on the turnover on downs right there. And
number 92, Dalton Cuevas for the Rebels, read that option. He stayed home. Million pulled, but they had Ham covered up as well. It's good defense by the Rebels there. They take over 1st and 10 at 32.
Well, again, everybody watches film. We watch it, they watch it, and ultimately right now, Harrison Central's
well, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, the Rebels have at least 1, maybe 2 shutouts on the season. So their defense is tough.
Yeah, 21-0 last week. Again, they're in this kind of trips. formation here. 1, 2, 3. Rico Moore coming in at the end right there for about an 8-yard gain for the Rebels.
That's 24 McLean on the carry for the Rebels. Jaden McLean comes into this game with 339 yards rushing on the season.
2nd down and 2 for the Rebels. Again, if you look out there and you're looking at on the defensive side, Andrew Wynn, his minutes have increased every game, and quarterback's going to keep it this time. And Austin Wynn out there, and listen, Andrew Wynn, first guy to him.
You got ESPN tonight, Coach, calling them out before they're making plays. And you're right, Andrew Wynn checked in at corner. Andrew's been working hard all year, and he's getting more and more playing time as the year progresses.
Really,
that's another tackle for number 6.
Well, it started at that Stanislaw game is really when you started to see him make an impact, and we put him in on offense. He had a few good runs, one for about 40 yards. And look, it ain't where you start. I mean, these guys, you got starters, and people want those reps too.
Rebels got a weird trip formation stacked on the other side.
Oh, Jace Franklin with I'm not sure if the whistle blew or the quarterback just kind of froze.
Well, he was looking for a handoff, and there was no one there. 24 went the other way. So Jace just took advantage, gets a tackle for loss, 2nd down 13.
That's Jace's 5th sack on the season, and he ain't going to have an easier one than that. I can promise you that. I don't know what the play call was there, but obviously a little miscommunication. And going to bring up their first 2nd down and long, 2nd and 14 for the Rebels. Look, speed sweep coming here. They're going to give it again.
Kenny Williams there again, Coach, playing a solid middle linebacker position.
All right, your first 3rd and long right here. And obviously
that's 11. Atkins, the freshman again. Apparently the Rebels trust this freshman wide receiver. 5'9", 150-pounder, carrying twice so far in the first quarter.
Again, I wouldn't be surprised for them to, obviously 3rd down and 12, 13, go to the air. And last time they went to the air, we're in the right spot. We just hopefully we come up with it.
Rebels using this triple stack formation over here again. They're trying to give away, see if St. Martin's in zone or man.
And we got an opportunity right there. Kobe Evans with the 2nd sack of the night for the Yellowjackets.
Kobe Evans getting it done right there. Took on the blocker, got the sack with the 3-man rush. And that triple wideout formation did not fool the Jackets. They stayed in their zone coverage, and they let the play come to them. Great defense.
Well, we'll have to keep up with it. But, again, in that trips, they have one guy sitting there for the quick screen. You got a guy basically running a post pattern and a guy, like wheeling out there about 7-8 yards in. So, you really, they're hitting every angle on that and seeing what we're going to pick up. So. Well,
the thing is, if you try to play that in man coverage, you're going to get a mess. But Jackets did well staying in their zone right there.
The snap, and again, Elijah Washington. Let's see if he picks it up on the bounce. Probably best to stay away. Here, Central will punt it to right about the 34-yard line.
We're going to call that a Jacket favorable punt.
Yes, sir. We do appreciate it. Going to stay with you again. Once again, 7-0. Harris Central, 5:40 left in the first quarter. Charlie Pavlis.
And Rick Crawford live from Lyman, Mississippi.
And we did, we announced some sponsors earlier, and we did add a few more here, so I'm going to read them again. Our title sponsor, Hires Construction. Our halftime sponsor, Empress Audio. Smoothie King and Sicily's Player of the Week sponsors. Sharon Segalis for Youth Court Judged. We'll get the rest of them here in a minute. And Elijah Washington going out in motion. Going to get that thing to Ham McGee, busting up the middle, and was one little high step away from taking it to the house.
Ham running behind 63. Devin Washington, the right guard there, gets enough to gain 5 yards.
Yeah, back to sponsors. Third, Coast Pawn and Jewelry. Jennifer Seacool Harris and Youth Court Judge. Solar Control, Melanie Adams and Coldwell Banker, Smith Holmes. Pride of Home Health, Johnson Tire. Committed to elect Mark Maples. Committed to elect Stacy Zorn and Troy Ross and the Jackson County Board of Supervisors. All right, Ham McGee moves to the left. Again, Million's going to follow him and just decides to lower the shoulder. Nick Ross there. If he moves him down the field a little bit more, maybe Million has a chance to take it.
And that's a Yellow Jacket first down.
Yes, sir.
Right there, just a straight quarterback power run. Million Graham found his blockers and gets enough for the first down.
You know, we don't do anything that's real fancy, and
Well,
you don't have to.
In high school football, you don't. Now the Jackets are trips wide over here, and this will show whether they're in man or zone. It looks like the Rebels are in man coverage now.
5 yards. Everybody's within 5 yards of the line, just daring us to throw it. Hey, McGee's going to take it to the 40. To the 36-yard line for another Yellow Jacket.
First down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jackets moving the change, and I agree with you, Coach. The Red Rebels are stacking the box, but if we're running on them anyway,
well, the only issue
the football and take care of it.
If you've got everybody walked up and you're within 5-6 yards, it's only one tackle that you got to break to take it to the house. There is no, although there's safeties out there, but if they're going to play us that close, they better make sure they tackle with the first. Great. Hard count by Million again, and going to give us again, like we talked about last week.
5 yards.
Yeah, what's better than 5 yards?
10.
Free 5 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we like free yardage for sure, especially on the road, down 7.
7-0 Harris Central.
4:27 and counting left in the first quarter.
In twin set, Jay McGee out there in the slot right now. Ham McGee going to walk over here to the left. We'll hand that thing to Ham. He's bouncing right, and Harrison Central, without a doubt, is wherever Ham goes, they got 2 or 3 guys keying on him. And, again, that's ultimately what freed up Million to make that big run first play of the game.
93, Tavon Young has been making some plays tonight from that Red Rebels defensive end position. Loss of 3 on the play.
When you put up the kind of numbers that Ham does, that means when they get in the film room and it's time for the players to study, everybody knows what number 1 is and where he is.
Trips left for the Jackets. Looks like Rebels are in man.
We'll get that thing to Jay McGee bouncing up. Again, just tripped up for about a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up third down and about 4.
Big 92 in on the stop for the Rebels, Dalton Cuevas.
If you notice, every time you say mention a Harris Central guy, you say big. They got a lot of.
Oh, this is a good sized ball club for sure.
They got a lot of size out there
and talent. You got several players from this Red Rebel team who are committed to play the next level next year.
Yeah, with a few D1 guys as well on that line, but that end right there is a big fella. Twin set, here we go. Miliana in the gun with, I believe, Ham McGee on his right. All right, well, they're going to give us the timeout. They're going to give us the timeout. 2:55 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Harrison Central. Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
If you can drive it, we can fix it. Johnson Tire and Auto Solutions for new tires and engine repair. If you can drive it, we can fix it. The best service you can get. Johnson Tire and Auto Solutions. If you can drive it, we can fix it.
St. Martin High School football is now live on Gulf Coast Sports Network's YouTube page. Subscribe now and stay up to date on all the high school football action.
Hey, I'm Lee Turner, the host of After Hour Cinema. Be sure to join us every Friday at 10:30, where I'll be sitting right here bringing you the very best in B-movies.
Savage Skillet and Tim Allen with Gulf Bank presents a new cooking show that features beautiful homes for sale by Coldwell banker Alfonso Realty. It's a taste of real estate with host Jared Wable. Watch all episodes now on Facebook or WGUD's new Roku channel.
Welcome back to Harrison Central, 240 and counting. Missed one play right there for a gain of about 2 or 3.
Yeah, they had the Red Rebels gang tackled. Now we got a little gadget play formation from the Jackets,
which we ran versus Gulfport in the first half.
So you got an automatic screen set up here with Ham, and then you also got 2 wideouts over there with man covered. Let's see what we're going to do.
See, we go hard count here. Nope, we're going to snap it. We're going to roll him.
Throw is just short. So, again, the Jackets go for it on 4th down, and we're 0 for 2 on 4th down tonight.
Well, look, you go to the play call, and, I mean, we had an open look. The guy, ran a pretty good route. great obviously penetration. Nobody was blocking. Million kind of underthrew it a little bit, and bottom line, it's first down. Harrison Central.
Well, I want to say something about Million's throw right there. It's a hard throw for a high school quarterback. Your feet moving, somebody chasing you, you're trying to throw that exact pass. The guys on TV on Sundays make that look easy.
Yes, they do.
But for a high school quarterback, that's a tough throw.
Drew Brees makes a lot of things look easy, but, again, D'Angelo Gaines, first guy to the tackle.
Kenny Williams wrapped him up as well. The Red Rebels pretty much using 24. Jaden McClain in their run game so far. But he's been somewhat effective. It's second down and 5.
Once again, we do appreciate you tuning in to YouTube, and obviously I'm not sure how it's set up, if you can like and share like in Facebook.
Well, share your link in your Facebook page and remind all your friends to switch over.
They're going deep again, and Andrew Wynn. Woo.
Officials calling him out of bounds at the 22 after a catch.
I had to say he got Randy Moss right there with Rick, but that's about what
Well, he did.
happened.
Andrew Wynn's a little short, and Jacoby Moore, 6'3", 175, just went up and got it. And, and that's a football play.
Yeah.
Where you got man coverage with your best receiver against the other team's corner. You throw that up and hope your guy goes up and gets it.
That's a big weapon that we've yet to.
Andrew Wynn had him covered. He turned around on the ball, and it was just over his head. There was not much he could do about it.
I've yet to see us not have good coverage all year. The guys have just gone up and made plays, and that looks like a false start. We'll take 5 of those yards back.
Mr. George down there, and there's the white cap tonight. He's a Coast legend in high school officiating. All right, 5 free yards for the Jackets again, 1st and 15. So it looks like we're winning the penalty game, but we're losing the big play game.
And again, it is 7-0 Harrison Central, 1:30 left in the first quarter. Harrison Central in the pistol. He's going to keep it again. He's rolling back, and woo! I don't know that ball made it back to the line of scrimmage.
There we go, George. Whitecap throws it in. Grounding, no receiver. He was in the pocket and no receiver in the area. That's going to be intentional grounding. But, again, Jackets getting good pressure on that quarterback.
Well, he turned around, and I don't know if he went to run and decided he didn't want to and turn back around.
Kobe was in his face. So the penalty is 10 yards from the spot and loss of down. So it's going to be 3rd down now. They're still calling it second. Should be loss of down. No, it is second because it was 1st and 15. That's my correction.
No, they got it 3rd over there.
How dare me question the officials? They got it right.
Yeah, second.
All right, 2nd and long. Time for the Jackets D to step up.
And it's 2nd down at 30. Well, again, it looks like a little miscommunication in the backfield. And a host of Jackets led by Kobe Evans, again, is active.
Kenny Williams. Kobe's all over the place tonight. I'm proud of him. He's getting it done from that left defensive end position. But I agree with you, Coach. The Red Rebels, a little bit confusion more than once tonight in their backfield.
It looked like he thought he was sticking that ball out there for a little read.
Anderson was looking for a handoff, and number 24, McClain, was looking for a pitch. Anderson adjusted and pitched it to him.
We do not mind them being a little rattled in the backfield.
Here we go with that triple wide receiver stack on the right side again.
Let's see what they go with. And they're looking right all the way. He turns back left. He's going deep. Franchot Cannon back there. See if he can make a play.
Got it.
Caught it in the end zone. Takes the knee. Great play, Franchot Cannon.
Smart play 5. Gets an interception, number 4 on the year, I believe.
Every ball that Harrison Central's thrown, we've had a shot at it. They come up with 2. We come up with 1. It's 2-1 on that category, but ultimately it's 7-0 Harrison Central, 29 seconds.
Here's what made that play, Coach. They're in that triple stack, and our Jackets are showing man, but we go back and play zone, confuses the quarterback, come up with the interception.
And I'll give the Harrison Central quarterback a tip of the hat here. You don't see it a lot in high school, but he looked right the whole time, turned back and went left, tried to.
All right. Ham tries inside. Number 92 for the Rebels there again. as Dalton Cuevas in on the stop again for the Rebels, Coach. Oh, they called that play off. Another flag on the play.
They're going to take, Harris says you're going to take the penalty. And
back Jackets up 5. Red Rebels coaching staff getting excited. The press box in high school isn't necessarily secluded, so but it's a great view. We got a double-decker press box over here in Lyman.
All right, 1st and 15 right here, twin set. We're going to keep it. We're going to throw the little screen out here, and whoo, my goodness, I don't mean to use my Ric Flairs for Harrison Central, but number 13, they've been on top of us, Rick. They've whatever we've called, with the exception
That's
of
a linebacker, Japrice Preston, read that play very well and accelerated to make the tackle.
That's going to bring up the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Harrison Central. Charlie Pavlis.
And Rick Crawford live from Lyman.
Be right back with the beginning of the second.
Are you planning on building a new home? Or does your home need remodeling or repairs? No matter the size of the project, Hires Construction has the capability to build high-quality properties from start to finish, while controlling the cost, quality, and timing. So for your next project, choose Hires Construction. Higher quality, higher standards. Hires Construction, family owned and operated since 2010.
For all your construction needs, give us a call at Hires Construction.
If you're thinking about selling your house or buying a new home, please give me a call. The highest compliment I can receive is a referral from a satisfied customer.
Melanie Adams would like to wish the St. Martin Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
It's another hot summer, but don't sweat it. We have the solution, only available at Solar Control. We have the highest heat-reducing window film on the market. Introducing 3M Crystalline, which will reject 97% of the infrared heat, keeping you and your family cool and comfortable year-round. Crystalline blocks 99.9% of damaging UV rays. It also comes with a 3M nationwide lifetime warranty. Call us today for a free estimate. Solar Control, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Solar Control, your only local authorized 3M dealer.
Welcome back to Harrison Central. Start of the second quarter. Trips right, St. Martin. Ham McGee on the right. Going to roll out, look for the option pitch to Ham McGee, and flag coming late there. Might be a little push in the back, little extracurricular
They're calling
blocking.
it a hold on the offense. Little speed option, getting the ball out to the edge to Ham. They're calling a hold against one of the Jacket linemen.
Harrison Central trying to figure out if they're going to take the penalty or not.
Well, other than the big play in the first quarter where St. Martin actually played good defense on that play and the Rebels scored on a tip drill pass, it's been a defensive struggle, honestly, for both teams, and it may stay like that most of the night.
Okay, you got two well-coached football teams, two teams with a lot of talent. 3rd down and 10, they decline that penalty, and here we got the bunch. You know, we're in the twin set, but we got the bunch stack on the right side here, and we're in the pistol. The drop back. Oh, nice, beautiful play. Elijah Washington to the 40, the 50, the 45, and woo, first big play of the night for the Jackets.
Million Graham finds Elijah Washington on the crossing pattern. A little drag route. He comes free, wide open underneath that zone, and then turns on the Jets for the big gainer.
Man, great call by the coaching staff, and first time I've seen that play all year. You know, coming into the game, Mekhi Hebert is our leading receiver with 11 receptions, but Elijah Washington is right behind him with 9, and that obviously makes the 10th reception on the season. So obviously we ain't thrown it a ton, but if we can get some throws out there, not long ones, just get it to our playmakers while they're moving, we got a chance to put some points on the board.
Well, you're throwing just enough to keep them honest and you keep making big plays. If you keep throwing it a little bit like that, then they're going to have to come out from stacking that box.
And I'll say great route by Marquez Gillespie clearing out the section there to bring it along. And again, give to Ham McGee, bouncing again, just north and south run. That's all we need. We don't need to get east and west, take 4 yards a carry, and 3 plays later we'll have a Yellow Jacket first down.
Yeah, number 34, Kendrick Shields with the tackle, playing outside linebacker / defensive end for the Red Rebels. They're kind of mixing it up between a 4-man front and a 5-man front. Looks like they're playing man D across the way, and they're definitely not playing any deep coverage at all.
All right, twin set again. Again, Jay McGee over there in that slot, coming in motion. Look like is that a late false start? False start on the Jackets, and
might have had 2 men in motion. You had Jay coming back to the backfield, and then I don't know what else you saw on that movement. Either way, 5-yard penalty, second down, 13.
And one thing we've done a really good job over the past few weeks is lack of penalties, and we've had a few here. You know, we've had, I think, 2 games in a row where we only had 2, maybe 3 penalties, and don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot. Yeah, going to throw that screen out. Marquez Gillespie with the catch. I'm on him all week long about not catching anything, and by God, he bobbled it, but he caught it for a gain of about 4 or 5, and
just a quick spot pass from Graham out there to Gillespie, the young man they call Spider.
Yeah.
Stretched them spider arms out and brought the ball in for the short gain. Third down, 8.
Got there quick. And I tell you what, it was setting something up. Mekhi Hebert on the go route right there. Maybe they'll come back to that. A hard count right there. We did a good job, and Harris Central did a good job of not jumping. Third down and 8. We go timeout, St. Martin. 9:35 left in the second quarter. 7-0. We're going to stay right here.
Well, Coach, what I think I'm seeing tonight then is the Red Rebel defense is set up to stop the run. Yes. They've obviously watched film, 100% watched last week's game where we only threw 5 times. So they're stacking the box. They're trying to stop 1 and 15 for us. But I'm sure the Jacket coach staff's going to see that, as you saw with the big play from Washington just a little bit ago. And now you're starting to throw the ball a little bit more. Let's see how the rest of this second quarter develops.
Well, without a doubt. I mean, we understand, and everybody else we play understands that, we don't throw it a ton. We hadn't had a great deal of success. Although we only threw it 5 times last game, it was 5 for 5. So Mekhi did connect on some short yardage passes that ultimately it's about building confidence. You're talking about 16, 17-year-old men. You throw a few bad passes and everybody gets on you and you lose a little confidence. And we can put together some of these short passes and these easy passes that ultimately give them confidence to go down the field and make plays.
Well, here we are, 3rd and 8. Coming out of the timeout. Let's see what they dialed up.
We'll get out there in the Ham McGee bouncing route. Right, he's still up. He's still moving. Ham McGee spinning his way through there to about the 30-yard line, and that was a grown man.
That's all Ham. That's all Ham. There's 6 different Rebels trying to get a hand on him. I call that backyard football, Coach. You just give him the ball and see what happens. Now we got 4th and 3. We're 0 for 2 on 4th down tonight. Looks like the Jackets are going for it again.
I'm watching the replay. He broke 4 or 5 tackles, and again, I'm looking hard count right here, Rick. Trips left over there.
We had him jump a couple times tonight. Low
bad
snap.
My goodness.
Unusual.
We don't see that a lot from
Ethan Anderson, Mr. Steady, probably one of our top offensive linemen. So the Jackets short again on 4th down. We're 0 for 3 on 4th down tonight. Red Rebel football at the 34.
8:52 left in the second quarter, and we really hadn't. We've had a play here or there, but we hadn't really put anything together, Rick, that's going to.
But you're looking at 50-yard field goals from there. I mean,
the
only benefit of trying that it would be if you miss in high school ball, they get the ball to 20. But why not you're down 7, try to get your offense going. But we just happen to be 3 subpar plays in those 4th downs.
They're going to give it that time to get Kobe Evans again in the backfield.
All night tonight. McLean carrying the ball, and Kobe Evans is wrapping them up.
Again,
excellent first half for number 55.
We don't have the exact numbers, but that's easily 5, maybe 6 tackles already. Again, he's coming from the left side right there, Rick. I mean, that's
and he's coming back across for sure. Yeah, Coach, we forgot to mention the Bishop Insurance turnover belt, co-sponsored by Fayard's Marathon, and that goes to Franchot for that last interception.
D'Angelo Gaines, first guy in the backfield, and then Jace Franklin coming in with the assist. Did we get that belt yet?
I'm not certain. I got information from the Yellow Jacket Foundation president, Mr. David Galat. It's a good time to shout out to all of our alumni. If you care about Yellow Jackets, even if you don't live here anymore, we crave our alumni to get involved with all Yellow Jacket sports and what's going on. Alumni getting involved with the Yellow Jacket Foundation is a great way. Another great way is to buy your Yellow Jacket car tag.
Yep. Again, 7:33 left in the second quarter, 7-0 Harrison Central. Third down and 12. Going to go to the air, and every time they've gone to the air, the quarterback's going to keep it this time. Rico Moore with the missed tackle, and Kevin Ferguson with a flyby.
D'Angelo Gaines finally gets the final wrap-up at the 42.
Yeah, Kevin Ferguson had a great game.
Looks like they're
games
short,
ago.
fourth and 4. So the quarterback with a big run there out the scramble, number 17, Anderson. Apparently listened to his coach, who was giving him the business after he didn't scramble on that interception play. So now the Jackets defense playing just good enough, forcing a Red Rebel punt.
Yeah, we ain't got to play perfect football. We just got to play well enough to win. Elijah Washington back, 6:39. Elijah's going to have a chance depending on the bounce. I'd stay away. Takes a Red Rebel roll. Going to go to the 9-yard line. Number 5 kicks a little bit. Going to go to the 9-yard line. 6:26 left in the second quarter. Going to stay right here, Rick. And hey,
well, that turned out to be very favorable for the Red Rebels. The punt itself wasn't that great, but the roll worked out terrific for them. So now the Jackets got 90 yards to go against a terrific defense, trailing by 7.
And I wouldn't be surprised at whether or not we do it on this first play here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us go again in that formation where we look Spider in the
well, we know Coach Whitehead gets impatient. Somewhere down the line, he tells his offensive coordinators, I want to go route.
Well, again, last time we had Spider on the hitch and Micaiah was wide open down the field. Let's see if we look to it here. And we got Micaiah Abear on a crossing route, hit him dead in the hands, and I don't know that he doesn't score off that play. And
he just dropped it. That's just part of ball, I guess. Million Graham hit him perfectly. That's called a mesh route, Coach. You had 2 guys crossing, and then your zone defenders get bunched up in the middle, and one of them pops free. Micaiah came free on that.
Well, great call. And, again, we have to execute. Trips left again. Marquez Gillespie down here by himself. Ham McGee in the backfield with Million. We're going to hand that thing to Million. Hard running, still up, breaking tackles for a gain of about 5.
That's Jay, Coach, 15.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay McGee. I saw the 1 right there. Jay McGee's coming out, and lucky for us, Ham McGee's coming in. Jay McGee hopping on that ankle.
Yeah, 92 in on that stop for the Rebels. Tavon Young, he's holding his own in the trenches tonight as well. It's like 3rd down 6.
5:53 left in the second quarter. They jumped, we jumped. Let's see what the referee goes with.
Little finger pointing. Now they're going to talk about it.
Dead ball, false start. St. Martin going to make it 3rd down and about 10 here.
Getting a little bit sloppy there.
Elijah was real excited, and maybe the ball was coming to him, but he figured he wanted to get a head start right there, Rick.
3rd and 10 from the 10. Not where we want to be, honestly.
Yeah, now you got to take care of the football. Nothing fancy. You don't want to do something here that's going to turn the ball over here inside their red zone. We're going to drop back again, and we're going to.
Millian tries to find Micaiah Abear on the slant. Red Rebels were in man coverage straight up. They sent 6 on the pass rush. They blitzed both outside linebackers. Millian had to get rid of it quick, and the pass was just a little bit low.
Not the worst toss. I mean, again, Micaiah had a shot at it, but wasn't able to come. Not picture perfect. but he did have his hands on it. It was far enough for a first down. So, you know, Jared Wetzel with the kick. Great kick here to 10, and a host of Yellowjackets, Javon James, and
that's 10, Arion Moore with the return for the Rebels. They're going to get good field position to start this drive at 36. I want to give a shout out to the long snapper, Nick Ross, on that play, Coach. Anytime you're snapping into your own end zone,
yeah,
that makes you nervous, but that was an excellent punt snap right there.
I'm talking about long snapper, your son.
He's in San Antonio, Texas tonight, ready to play the UIW tomorrow afternoon.
How'd they do last week?
They got the W last week.
Good.
Got the win against the Northwestern State Louisiana Demons.
That's a mouthful there. First down they're coming out throwing here, a little hitch. Rico Moore, first guy to him. Kevin Ferguson comes over with a little push.
Anderson to Moore there, just on a quick little stop route. Gains, about 7. Anytime you're playing soft coverage, that route's going to be open.
Absolutely.
So Jack has been primarily in zone defense tonight.
And great no jump on the hard count right there. That is a massive line for Harrison Central. 4:30, excuse me, to give up the middle, and Norday and guess who? Kobe Evans in there on the tackle. 4:20 and counting here left in the second quarter. 7-0 Harrison Central.
Jackets D-line showing out well tonight, led by 55, Kobe Evans. McLean on the carry again, just on a straight dive play for the Red Rebels.
Now, Rick, take a look at those stats right there. Harrison Central's, and tell me their kicker, has he made any field goals, or then he did probably going to be on the back page right there. They're not going to need it. They're going to get enough for a first down there right up the middle. But
McLean going hard straight ahead again. Meyer has no field goal attempts on the year.
Okay, so obviously that's not something there. You know, we're 0 for 4. Jared's 0 for 4 on the season on field goals.
All right, so that Harrison Central line just trying to exert its will. D-line for the Jackets been holding up well. Let's see what we do now with this new set of downs.
3:34 left in the second quarter. First down at 10 from the 15-yard line. They're going to send him out in motion here, and quarterback eludes 1, 2, 3 Yellowjackets by Kenny. Fumble on the play. Jump on it, St. Martin. Whether we recovered it or not, it's going to go out of the end zone. It's going to be St. Martin football on a touchback.
Touchback. It looked like
quarterback went Michael Vick on us.
I'm going to call Rico Moore on a fumble recovery there without a true zoom-in slow-mo replay.
Either way.
Anderson was committed to getting the end zone, but that ball come loose.
They're going to call the
touchback, 1st and 10,
yes,
Jackets.
We'll take it again. Not the prettiest set of downs for the Jackets.
They're calling a fumble at the 1, and then the recovery or out of the end zone with St. Martin the last to touch it. I'm going to give that another turnover belt to Rico Moore.
Yes, sir.
Sponsored by Bishop Insurance and co-sponsored by Fayard's Marathon right there on Washington Avenue.
3:12 left in the second quarter, attending to Kobe Evans. We're going to go right to a commercial break.
Many of the decisions made by Chancery judges affect our most precious assets, our families. You need the confidence knowing your judge has the knowledge and compassion to make those tough decisions. Stacey Zorn is Chancery Court trained and ready. Let Stacey Zorn put her education and experience to work for you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Zorn, and I'm running for Chancery Court Judge, Seat 3, serving Jackson, George, and Greene counties. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th.
Remember, check the Z!
Hi. Welcome back to Harrison Central. There's the hits. We're going deep to Elijah. Great coverage by Harrison Central down the field at number 14.
Million Graham tries to find Elijah Washington on what they called pump and go. Did the pump fake short. Elijah tried to get open.
Again, good coverage. Harris Central had the inside.
Well, even though the pass is incomplete, that's showing that defense that we can try to take the top off of you. So they might need to back out of the box to open up the running lanes.
3:06 left in the second quarter. Second down and 10. Trips left, St. Martin. Emilion's going to keep it right here. He's got a little edge, a little room right here. Emilion to the 35. Bounced out of bounds about the 37. Positive yards. 2:59 left in the second quarter.
Emilion Graham did an excellent job on that play, following his blocker. Good patient running. The play was a speed option, but he knew the running lane was there, so he just kept the ball. Excellent play.
Good blocking downfield as well. Nick Ross down there on the replay with a good block down the field. Twin set again, 2:59. First down for the Jackets from the 34-yard line. Drops back, Emilion, design run right here. Hold on to it, young fella. And I believe that's Ethan Anderson jumps on it. Again, two hands on the football when you're getting tackled, young fella.
Yeah, that's Ethan saving the drive there. Emilion with a quarterback draw.
Great call. Again, he had room to go and maybe holds on to it maybe a split second longer to let your backers get out of the way. But
Eric Hopkins stripped the ball there for the Rebels, got it, broke it free.
Second down and 7, 2:24 left in the second quarter. 7-0 Harrison Central, twin set. And Ham McGee in there to the right of Emilion. We're going to the air again. Emilion's going to keep it. Bouncing outside with a little room to run. It's going to be another yellow jacket.
First down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2:06 left.
Emilion showing some athleticism and some moves on the open run. The Rebels are blitzing, trying to get pressure to stop the pass.
You send those receivers down the field enough, and you get those cornerbacks and defensive backs out the way, and you get a few design runs. And
55 Reynolds with the tackle for the Rebels.
I don't know what they're cooking down there, but something smells good, Rick. Another design run from Emilion.
Quarterback power.
For about a 4-yard gain.
That's 55 for the Rebels. Reynolds again. Clock ticking, 1:43 and counting. Jackets in hurry-up offense, coach.
And I believe we're down to one timeout. We had to take the 2 early. Again, second down and about 7 from the 48-yard line. We're going to fake it. Emilion gets crushed. See if Ham McGee can get to it. 93 comes up with the ball. Emilion took a shot in the back.
Well, they're calling that a fumble, but I know if this was played on Saturday or Sunday, his arm was coming forward.
Let me look at the replay
They
here.
would have replayed that as an incomplete pass.
Absolutely. His hand was coming forward.
He had stepped up. He was fully coming forward, and then I'm telling you, if this was a Saturday or Sunday game, they would review that, and that would have been an incomplete pass. But high school don't have that, so we got to live with the call. It's another turnover. And the Rebels got good field position with 1:17 remaining in the half.
We're leaning on our defense all night long. Let's see if we can come up with another play. They're going to run that little pitch outside, and Jace Franklin, the juice, first guy to him.
Juice is loose. Tackle McLean for loss on that pitch play. Coming from that outside linebacker position, second down 11.
1:02 left in the second quarter. Second down and about 11.
Looks like the Rebels are going to be satisfied with this 7-0 lead, perhaps. The clock's ticking. Here we go with that funky triple wide-out stack on the left side.
Well, we only got 2 people covering unless we come
Straight
out late.
zone. It's zone.
They're going one-on-one out on the outside at number 2, lowers the shoulder, and Franchot Cannon with the –
That's Wynn,
no,
coach.
I'm sorry, Andrew Wynn.
Anderson to Moore. It's his big receiver out there. Jackets were just in a soft cover 3. 39 seconds.
Harris Central's going to take a timeout right here. 39 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Board of Supervisors, I want to take this opportunity to wish the St. Martin Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
Crystal on the way.
Welcome back to Harrison Central here. Again, 39 seconds. Tell me what you had, Rick, on the way up.
I had Crystal on the way up here. We don't have that in our neighborhood.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get anything to eat. I might have to go down there and taste some of Harrison Central's
Yeah, them
finest.
burgers. Every time you come here, you can smell them burgers cooking. All right, 39.6 left in the half, Coach. 1st and 10, Red Rebels. Ball's on the 26. Jacket defense been stout all night except for one play, two call it. We're playing a soft zone. This is a cover 3 or maybe even a cover 4 look. They just want to keep the ball in front of them.
Getting a handoff coming up the side here. Runs right by 2 or 3 Jackets. Host of them bringing them down.
That's McLean again. He's been the primary ball carrier for the Rebels.
Now Harrison Central going to
burn another timeout.
And again, the key stat on that sheet that we looked at, again, 0 field goal attempts, correct?
Right.
So obviously it's not something that they've used, or maybe they didn't have to use it so far. Again, they've been playing so well, but not taking anything away from the kicker, the one that kicked off, but he didn't look like your prototypical soccer style guy. He looked more like a linebacker kicking out there. So maybe not the strength of the Rebels, but
well, ball spotted currently at the at the 19. So that would be a 36-yarder field goal from there. On this play, Coach, I think Jackets need to stay in that cover 4 defense like last play, but we need to definitely look closely at number 2, the wideout Moore up on the right side.
Well, number 2, there ain't no doubt. He's the guy that they've been trusting. And again, Harrison Central going to be in that twin set. It's going to be a deep pass right there, and great coverage.
D.
Ingram and Andrew Wynn.
Yes. And that's what that soft zone does for you. You keep the player and the ball in front of you. The ball's in the air. You react to it. D. Ingram doing a great job playing center field, to use a baseball term. 3rd down.
25 seconds left.
Jackets showing cover 3 again.
Bringing everybody coming in. Yellowjackets there. Let's see if we can rip the ball out.
Sack, number 55, Coach. Kobe Evans, player of the half for sure for St. Martin.
16 seconds left. Harrison Central takes their last timeout of the half. We brought the house and busted the door down on that play. Again, going to bring up 4th down.
Kobe Evans from that left defensive end position tonight is just going off. So very likely with 16 seconds, 4th down, this likely would be the last play of the half. Let's see what the Rebels got dialed up. If they choose to go for the field goal, the ball's now at the 23, which would be a 40-yard field goal attempt. They have no field goal attempts on the year, so we don't know what their kicker's capable of. Looks like they're sending the offense out again, so I suspect you're going to see some kind of Hail Mary play or maybe some kind of trickeration. You don't know.
One thing to know, again, in high school football, obviously the clock's going to stop if they get a 1st down. They don't have to get a touchdown here, maybe to run up and get another play. But
that's
again,
true. Here we go with that triple stack.
And 2 by himself on the right side, one-on-one coverage. They're going to come back here. No, they're rolling. Quarterback's just running to the Yellowjackets.
Boom.
Woo!
Sacked.
Jace Franklin with his 6th sack of the season.
And Juice brought it from that outside linebacker position. I believe that quarterback Anderson, he was going to run the whole way there, Coach.
I'm not sure if the quarterback, again, I mean, he's got guys, he's got formations, but, he kept it he kept it early, and I'm not sure if he's looking to run or
Well,
St.
Martin's got 10 seconds. We got 71 yards to go. Like you just mentioned, we don't have to get a touchdown. You get 10 yards, you're going to get it off.
We don't get under center. We don't get under center very often, so we're going.
Yeah, we're going to go to the house, locker room, and decide what's up for the second half. Milion Graham takes a snap from Ethan Anderson, takes a knee.
Well, that's going to make it 7-0 Harrison Central into the first half. We're going to be right back with the halftime show after a word from our sponsors.
Okay, team, you guys ready to play?
Yes.
Who has the best audio on the coast?
Yes.
Give me some brands. JL. Hertz. Alpine. What's another one? Rockford. Kenwood. Exelon. Pioneer.
Pick the winning team at Empress Audio with 2 locations to serve you, Gulfport and Pascagoula.
Who are we?
Empress.
Who are we?
Empress.
Who are we?
Empress.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Sharon Segalis. For 16 years, I've served as your youth court judge in Jackson County. I'm a lifelong resident of Jackson County, married for 40 years, proud mother and grandmother. As judge, I have established a detention school and a drug court, also a parent rep program, and I held the first reunification celebration in the state. I developed and implemented the Heartbeat and Fostering Future programs for foster children and helped grow our CASA program into the largest in the state. I've worked hard for you. The courtroom belongs to you. It would be my honor to continue serving the families of Jackson County as your youth court judge. Please vote for me, Sharon Willis Segalis, on November the 6th.
Third Coast Pawn and Jewelry in Ocean Springs is your one-stop shop for buying, selling, or trading. Get instant cash for your items of value. We buy jewelry, electronics, collectibles, coins, vehicles, boats, gold, tools. Anything of value that we can resell, we'll buy. We also do short-term loans on merchandise. So stop by today and turn your unwanted items into cash. That's 718 Bienville Boulevard, Ocean Springs. Call 228-818-0001 or visit the website at thirdcoastpawn.com.
Welcome back to Harrison Central High School. Charlie Pavlis.
And I'm Rick Crawford. How you guys doing tonight?
Again, we want to thank everybody for joining in for our first YouTube, broadcast. We tried to do it last week, but ultimately we're on there now. And again, hopefully everybody's sharing. And on Facebook, obviously you can go to the GUD page or St. Martin Sports Info.
Sports Info is going to have the link every week.
So you can get on there and share it, and everybody can click on the link and come on. But, Rick, let's talk about a half of football that you'd have to categorize as a defensive battle.
Which is what I expected coming in tonight. Harrison Central pitched a shutout last week. St. Martin almost had a shutout last week. Both of these teams are really hanging their hats on their defenses. Each team does have players on offense that can make plays, but we got a 7-0 ball game after here at halftime.
And if you're looking at the one conversion they had for a touchdown, it hit 3. I mean, we had 3 guys sitting right there. We set on the route. It was great coverage. Just like you called it a football play.
On that play, the Red Rebels have been using this, awkward triple stack, 3 wideouts on one side or the other. They showed that for the first time. St. Martin played that play terrifically. They walked up, showed man coverage, and then went back to their zone, confused the quarterback. We should have had an easy interception there, but our players kind of interfered with each other. Ball goes up in the air. Red Rebel catches the ball. Easy touchdown.
Well, they've thrown 3 balls up for grabs. Obviously, that one that ended up being a Red Rebel touchdown. Another one to Moore. Is that what it is, number 2?
Right.
On Andrew Wynn, where he just kind of, as Randy Moss said, he got Randy Moss. He literally just reached over.
It was just a big-time play for the 6'3" wide receiver over the 5'9" corner.
And the third toss that he threw up for grab, Franchot Cannon making a great break. And
again, that's a cover 3 defense.
Yeah.
You're playing a triple zone in the back, so you got D. Ingram playing center field, and both your corners, Wynn and Cannon, fall back. And Franchot had easy pickings, frankly, on that interception.
We've moved the ball, and we've pretty much had our way all year in terms of running. Nobody's really stopped us from running the football. Maybe a penalty here or there that's kind of backed us up, but Harrison Central's really done the best job of anybody that I've seen with containing our running attack, and our best plays now have come on a pass to Elijah on a little crossing route. That's really been the biggest play we've had. And Emilion Graham, Reed, first play of the game, everybody keyed on Ham, and Emilion took it for about 40 yards. So we really have 2 really big plays.
Well, the difference is the Harrison Central defensive line is big, they're quick, and they know how to play football.
Yeah.
And so they've watched a lot of film. They're stacking the box. They're daring us to throw the ball. As you said, we hit Washington on the crossing pass, little drag route that went for a big gainer. Emilion hit Abear on another mesh route where they cross each other, That ball was dropped, but I think we're going to have to see a little bit more of that in the second half to open up the running lanes.
And people have been hard on Millian. You know, he again, after the Gulfport game, had a few bad tosses right there late. But I think all season long, he's been on target with the exception of 2 or 3 tosses in that game. He's been on target, and we just got a lot of inexperience at the receiver position. I'm glad to see, although it wasn't for a big game, Marquez Gillespie coming down with that catch.
Right, it was huge for the sophomore to get his hands on the ball and get on the stat sheet with a catch.
Nick Ross, I believe, had that hitch early.
He did. He caught the ball.
We're talking about 2 or 3 different guys that touched the ball, obviously.
And, of course, all of our Jacket fans are used to the McGee brothers running the ball. Millian, back to Millian, I don't see why anyone would criticize him as a high school quarterback. Number one, we're a run-first offense, and that's what he's doing. Number two, he's getting the ball where it needs to be on point. Some of the throws that he misses, those are difficult high school football throws. If people watch a lot of ball on SEC on Saturday or the NFL on Sunday, those players are the best of the best. And even those players miss a throw now and again.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get caught up in criticizing a 17-year-old high school player who, in my opinion, is playing great football this year and leading his team.
Without a doubt, like I said, I think he's been on target. And it definitely, but if you're watching this, it is an Achilles heel right now, moving the ball down the field through the air. However, I like some of these crossing routes that we're running. Millian being patient in the backfield, waiting on it to happen. And the offensive line led by Ethan Anderson. Again, holding the line there. So
well, the thing is, the scoreboard shows 7-0. We drove the ball very well in the first quarter and the early second quarter, and then we kind of got behind the 8 ball with field position late in the second quarter. But on those drives, you got into what you call no man's land.
Yeah.
You're either going to try to punt it and pin them and play defense, or since your defense is playing well, let's just go for it.
Yep.
Coach Whitehead went for it 3 times on 4th down, and it just so happened that those 3 4th down plays ended up being miscues. You had a low snap and just different little stuff that it just didn't work on those 4th down plays. So here you are, you're down 7-0.
Well, if you're Harrison Central, we always talk about it, at halftime. If you're Harrison Central, you go into the locker room up 7-0. What is he telling his guys?
I think everything that I just said, and I would point to the second half of the Gulfport game.
Yeah.
You come out with that fire like you did in the third quarter with Gulfport at home, and you can blow these guys' doors off here in the second half. I personally think, having watched these teams, that Harris Central's defense is better than Gulfport's, but the same thing applies. We need to execute. The X's and O's are fine. The defense X and O's are great. They're mixing in zone and man. It's confusing. The Harris Central quarterback, some of the fans text me, and we share the press box with coaching staffs. This is part of being in high school. But you got them a little frustrated because they're not.
He's on that
happy
quarterback. Yeah, he's
about
on that
not being able to move the ball either.
Yeah.
So for us, I really think execution is the key, and limiting those nitnoid penalties.
Yeah.
You got these goofy little false starts. Those are drive killers. We got to get rid of that, and we got to come out here with a passion and get after it, and we can flip the script on this ball game in the second half.
Well, that's Coach Whitehead. He's telling the truth. If you're Harrison Central, you're up 7-0. Tell me what you're telling the guys.
If I'm them, I'm somewhat happy with my defensive play against the run. You gave up the one big run to Millian. Ham is Ham, but he's having to make plays on his own. The blocks aren't there. So if I'm the Red Rebels defense coordinator, I'm going to stay status quo, if you will. But until St. Martin starts executing the passing game, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm going. Offensively, it seems like they're trying to run the ball a lot, but I don't have the numbers in front of me. Number 24, McLean, has been effective running straight ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm Red Rebels, my adjustment is let's cool out on throwing a little bit and just run at that 3-man front of St. Martin and see what happens.
Well, something that we always have success with, when we get to the edge, we'll hand that ball off coming across the face back there in the gun, and our guys, they don't always have to get to the sideline, but they'll get moving east and west and then turn north and south. And Harris Central has done a great job of stretching us out and basically pushing us out of bounds and not letting us turn the corner. So we talked about the athletes that Harris Central has, and their team speed is showing up on the defensive side of the ball.
The back end, they can run with us for sure on the back end. On the inside, you're doing exactly what you said. St. Martin shows primarily 2, if not 3 looks in the run game. The first look you'll see if you're watching when we get the second half is our guard and tackle, or just our guard. The lineman from one side of the ball will move to the other side of the ball. That's called power football. You're getting that extra blocker on that side, and that's our backs will follow that, and they're waiting for that seam to open up, and then you'll see them accelerate through, and they're very good at that. The other one's an outside zone where the backs don't move, but the whole line you'll see them veering towards play side, and they're just you'll see Ham's terrific at it, just moving with the line till he sees that place to cut, and then he'll go. But Harrison Central is shutting down those cut lanes, and that's big for them.
Well, look, we've been a really good second-half football team, especially third quarter.
Absolutely.
You know, coaches have done a good job. Whatever juice they're giving them at halftime, we talk about the Space Jam juice in that Gulfport game. Whatever they're giving them, it's working. So hopefully Coach Whitehead and staff can get in there and give them the information they need. And again, you got the guys from the booth can go down and maybe again. There's been some routes that's been open. Again, the Micaiah drop. That was another crossing route. Ultimately the same thing that Elijah had.
And that happens. That's a football play. You go right back to that down the road because it's going to come open again, and he'll catch the next one. But, hey, speaking of fire or passion, let's say whatever flavor Powerade that Kobe Evans is drinking,
ain't no doubt.
everybody needs a sip out of that cooler.
He's firing off, and, again, he's got to be at 6, maybe 7 tackles. Again, last week we had Rico Moore with 17. Kenny had, I think, an 18-tackle game. Kobe might be on his way to one of those big nights.
Kobe's getting after it.
Yeah.
He's unblockable. Everybody in the second half, watch 55 when the Jackets are on defense on that left defensive end. Kobe is owning his side of the line of scrimmage.
He's flying, and Jace Franklin with 2 sacks in the half. So,
Absolutely.
again, we're moving in the right direction. So, again, we're going to go to our Empress Audio halftime show. Again, we got about 9 minutes left in the half here. So, again, Charlie Pavlis.
And I'm Rick Crawford.
Be right back after the halftime show. We'll be back at the beginning of the third quarter.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Empress Audio halftime show. How you doing, Mr. Floyd?
Doing great, Hunter. Good to see you, man.
All right, man.
Football season's going great, isn't it?
It's going good.
Where are you guys going to be tonight? Have any idea?
Man, we'll be at St. Martin, East Central, Pascagoula.
That is awesome.
We got them all covered right there. So, all right. So, what's up, man?
Well, you know, last time we did a little deal. We had Omar introduce you to Omar, our lead window tech.
How you doing?
And Amanda was in training.
Yes.
And she has improved so much that Omar let her do this brand new 2019 F-250.
Wow.
And did she do it?
She did a good job.
All in a row.
That is amazing.
And, you know, something I don't know that we mentioned, but we do precision window tint. In other words, we have your vehicle in our computer software.
Okay.
And so we pull it up, and so it's precision cut by a plotter.
Okay.
So we don't have to hand cut and scratch your windshield or anything else. So they, you know, Omar could do it the old style way. He's been doing it for 13 years, but he kind of likes the plotter, don't you, buddy?
Well, man, a great job on the tent. It looks fantastic. And it looks like a music video out here. We got all kinds of cars, boats, everything. Tell me a little bit about what's going on over here.
Well, you know, that Porsche there is my window tinter's Porsche. No, I'm kidding. But he does let Omar drive. That actually belongs to my general manager. He's had this car for a long time, and it's got a pretty good little system in it.
Very nice. Man, that thing sounds great. Where the heck did y'all get that stereo system, man?
I don't know. Where did he? I didn't know he got it. I better go check my warehouse and make sure everything's okay, because I didn't know it sounded that good. He told me it sounded good.
What's up, man? Going good.
Price, speak loudly, but this is my personal boat.
Okay.
And we use it as a demo. What all did we didn't go crazy. We put what?
It's got the JL MM100, the 700x5 JL Marine radio. It's got 4
amplifier.
Yeah, I mean the amplifier.
That's all right.
It's got the JL M88s and the JL M10 IB5.
And it's daylight, but lots of lights.
Oh yeah.
And I even got it set up where I can change the speed of the lights and it plays with the music.
Yeah.
So soon we'll be getting daylight savings time will be gone, which I hate. But when it gets dark and you come by here at night, we're gonna have a little light show underneath, inside, and the speakers, LED RGB lights inside the speaker.
You're going to be raving on the water.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
See what it sounds like.
Yeah, turn it up.
Like I say, it's not a huge system. We've done a lot better, but it's not bad.
Man, look at the speakers on this side by side. Tell me a little bit about what y'all got set up in here.
Well, this is one that we did for us. It's actually our side by side, but
Okay.
JL, we had done one with Wet Sounds, we had done one with Rockford, and JL said we want one. So they sent us the equipment, and we
Cool.
built a demo system. Now this is obviously not one you go in the mud with too much, but it sounds really good. You know, you can ride around. But it's a complete JL system. We got the little speakers here. There's the JL head unit. We actually
Cool.
have a subwoofer, and then 4 8/8s. All of them are LED. All right, let's see what it sounds like.
Cool.
You can see the LEDs here.
Mama, take this back to me. I can't use it anymore. Getting dark, too dark to say.
Man, we've seen a lot of cool stuff today. We always do when we come here. And I just want to kind of reiterate of what you said last time. You know, regardless of a budget kind of thing, you can go real big, or y'all can still sound good even if you're, you know, kind of on a tight budget.
Well, and another thing I want to say is we do have a lot of high-end equipment.
Right.
And we have professional installation. But I want you to know I'm competitive with the internet on everything we sell.
Okay.
We will not be undersold by Amazon, Crutchfield, any of those legitimate internet sellers. We usually are lower, but it changes every day. If we're not, let us know. We don't want price to keep you from doing business with Empress Audio.
Okay.
And we appreciate all the football guys. This is costing us a little money to do this, but I'm glad to do it because I think high school football is a very important part of South Mississippi.
Yes.
And we love it.
Right, and if you're watching this football game, or this halftime show, just remember it's people like Empress Audio who make this possible. So for all your automotive car stereo needs, get over to Empress Audio and let them hook
Thank
you
you,
up,
Hunter.
man.
We're glad to do it.
All right, man.
Okay. All right,
Thanks, Mr.
thank you.
Floyd.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sequel Harris. I'm a candidate for County Court Place 1 Youth Court in Jackson County. I've been a resident of Jackson County since 1995 and have practiced law here since 2001. I have served as a guardian ad litem for abused and neglected children in both youth court and chancery court. I have also served as a privately retained attorney, a juvenile defender, and an indigent parent attorney in Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. With my knowledge and experience, I believe that I am qualified to serve the families of Jackson County, bringing new ideas to assist our families in crisis in a fair and impartial manner. Please vote November the 6th for me as your next youth court judge.
If you can drive it, we can fix it. Johnson Tire and Auto Solutions for new tires and engine repair. If you can drive it, we can fix it. The best service you can get. Johnson Tire and Auto Solutions. If you can drive it, we can fix it.
St. Martin High School football is now live on Gulf Coast Sports Network's YouTube page. Subscribe now and stay up to date on all the high school football action.
Hey, I'm Lee Turner, the host of After Hour Cinema. Be sure to join us every Friday at 10:30, where I'll be sitting right here bringing you the very best in B movies.
Savage Skillet and Tim Allen with Gulf Bank presents a new cooking show that features beautiful homes for sale by Coldwell banker Alfonso Realty. It's a taste of real estate with host Jared Wable. Watch all episodes now on Facebook or WGUD's new Roku channel. Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
Save Right Pharmacy is your friendly neighborhood pharmacy that has proudly been serving the St. Martin community since 2001. Stop and Save Right and receive personal attention from an educated and friendly staff. Save Right isn't just a pharmacy. They have gifts, healthcare items, cards, and much more. They also have bill pay, money orders, and a free blood pressure machine. Save Right's convenient drive-thru makes getting your prescriptions easy. And don't forget, you can drop off prescriptions before or after hours. So for all your pharmaceutical needs and more, remember, save time, save money, save right.
At ProduCare, we understand that peace of mind is everything. We give families the opportunity to remain safe and independent in their own homes while receiving the elder care they need. We're available for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wynn with Prada Home Care. We are pleased to provide our services to individuals along the Gulf Coast and surrounding communities. Give us a call today.
Prada Home Care. Call today for a free consultation, 228-355-9971. Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
Are you planning on building a new home? Or does your home need remodeling or repairs? No matter the size of the project, Hires Construction has the capability to build high-quality properties from start to finish, while controlling the cost, quality, and timing. So for your next project, choose Hires Construction. Higher quality, higher standards. Hires Construction, family-owned and operated since 2010.
For all your construction needs, give us a call at Hires Construction.
If you're thinking about selling your house or buying a new home, please give me a call. The highest compliment I can receive is a referral from a satisfied customer.
Melanie Adams would like to wish the St. Martin Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
It's another hot summer, but don't sweat it. We have the solution, only available at Solar Control. We have the highest heat-reducing window film on the market. Introducing 3M Crystalline, which will reject 97% of the infrared heat, keeping you and your family cool and comfortable year-round. Crystalline blocks 99.9% of damaging UV rays. It also comes with a 3M nationwide lifetime warranty. Call us today for a free estimate. Solar Control, family-owned and operated for over 40 years. Solar Control, your only local authorized 3M dealer.
Many of the decisions made by Chancery judges affect our most precious assets, our families. You need the confidence knowing your judge has the knowledge and compassion to make those tough decisions. Stacey Zorn is Chancery Court trained and ready. Let Stacey Zorn put her education and experience to work for you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Zorn, and I'm running for Chancery Court Judge, Seat 3, serving Jackson, George, and Greene counties. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th.
Remember, check the Z!
Hi, Troy Ross here with the Jackson County Board of Supervisors. I want to take this opportunity to wish the St. Martin Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
Okay, team, you guys ready to play?
Yes!
Who has the best audio on the coast?
Yes!
Give me some brands. JL. Hertz. Alpine. What's another one? Rockford. Kenwood. Exelon. Pioneer.
Pick the winning team at Empress Audio with 2 locations to serve you, Gulfport and Pascagoula.
Who are we?
Empress!
Who are we?
Empress!
Who are we?
Empress!
All right, let's go.
Let's go!
Hi, I'm Sharon Segalis. For 16 years, I've served as your youth court judge in Jackson County. I'm a lifelong resident of Jackson County, married for 40 years, proud mother and grandmother. As judge, I have established a detention school and a drug court, also a parent rep program, and I held the first reunification celebration in the state. I developed and implemented the Heartbeat and Fostering Future programs for foster children and helped grow our CASA program into the largest in the state. I've worked hard for you. The courtroom belongs to you. It would be my honor to continue serving the families of Jackson County as your youth court judge. Please vote for me, Sharon Willis Segalis, on November the 6th.
Third Coast Pawn and Jewelry in Ocean Springs is your one-stop shop for buying, selling, or trading. Get instant cash for your items of value. We buy jewelry, electronics, collectibles, coins, vehicles, boats, gold, tools. Anything of value that we can resell, we'll buy. We also do short-term loans on merchandise. So stop by today and turn your unwanted items into cash. That's 718 Bienville Boulevard, Ocean Springs. Call 228-818-0001 or visit the website at thirdcoastpawn.com.
Welcome back, fans, to Lyman, Mississippi, where the Harrison Central Red Rebels are hosting the St. Martin Yellowjackets. It's the end of halftime, and the Rebels put on a wild show. Their band was just rocking it just a few minutes ago. Electric guitars, xylophones, drums. Jackets are trailing 7-0. Start of the third quarter. Looks like the St. Martin's back to receive. We've got Ham McGee back to receive along with Elijah Washington to start the third. I'm Rick Crawford, live from Lyman, Mississippi. Coach Charlie Pavlis must have got lost. I think he went looking for one of those burgers earlier, but it's a long trek. We're in a double-decker press box up here, and it's quite the trek down to the concessions and down to the facilities. So we'll just press on, and Coach Pav will be with us shortly. So here we go. Start the third, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. WGUD, Gulf Coast Sports Network, live on YouTube. Rebels kick goes into the end zone. In high school football, it's automatic touchback. Jacket football, 1st and 10 at their own 20. St. Martin offense went for it 3 times in the on 4th down in the first half. Were unsuccessful all 3 times. Those end up being kind of drive killers. Other than that, the Jackets offense hasn't been terrible, but this Harrison Central defense pitched a shutout last week. They're trying to get another one this week, and we hope the Jackets are fired up coming out of the locker room at halftime. Million Graham, number 3, is our quarterback. In the backfield, looks like Ham McGee. Got traditional spread formation with double slots. Elijah Washington, Mekhi Abair in the slots, Nick Ross, and the young man they call Spider Gillespie out at wideout. First play from scrimmage in the third quarter. Ham McGee carries forward for a gain of about 5 on the play, and that's what we're used to seeing from the Jackets. Straight ahead carry, dive play, 2nd down 5. That D line for the Red Rebels is something to watch.
Rick, I do apologize. The old concession stand was
calling
my name.
You got hypnotized by that burger smell. But we're good, Coach.
This was a journey getting back up here, too.
All right, Million Graham at the option keep. Gets a couple on the play. Brings up about a 3rd down and 2. I was just talking about the defensive line for the Red Rebels, Coach. Charlie Pavlis back in the press box. It's a long hike up here. Go ahead and catch your breath, Coach.
It felt like I was in trouble.
It took me about 2 minutes catching my breath after climbing all these stairs. We're up on top of a double-decker press box. Big play early in the third for the Jackets, 3rd down and 1.
Felt like it was 1995. Coach Perkins was running me right there. Coming out of option play right out there to Ham McGee, bouncing north, runs into his own blocker, but
he's fighting for it, Coach. I don't know. The ball needs to get past the 30.
It's going to come on that guy's foot here. Ooh, looks like it's – we might have to get a measurement here.
Nope.
Ooh, we'll take it.
Whitecap said, Yellow Jacket.
1st down.
And here we roll.
And we'll take it.
Number 55 on the stop for the Red Rebels.
The old coach came down there and looked at the line. And
Rayshawn Reynolds on the stop again. He's having a good game for the Rebels. We got a timeout, official timeout. Whitecap talking to the St. Martin players about something. A little private communication.
Again, we are in the twin set again, and Rick, and I didn't notice Jay McGee. I know he went down in the first half. I didn't really see what kind of happened after. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure what you categorize that as, a handoff, a pitch, or
it's a pitch off. No, it looked like Million was looking for a pitch, and Ham was going for the stretch handoff. So it came out awkward, but end result, 7 yards, 2nd down, 3.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
And you were saying about 15, Ham, McGee. I mean,
Jay
excuse me,
McGee.
Jay.
Jay went out. He kind of. I see him on the sideline now by the 1st down marker over there. So he looks like he's moving. Not sure if he's moving well enough to get in, but twin set here. Going to snap to Million. Going to fake it. And look, we've obviously in practice been looking at that little route. Again, it's not a slant, but kind of crossing route there. We've gone to it 3 or 4 times. Hadn't completed it yet, but.
The throw come out just a little bit high. We would call that an RPO play because Million's making the decision while the play's developing whether he's going to hand off or throw. He saw Micaiah open, so he decided to throw. The pass was just a little high.
All right, trips left, 9:19 left in the 3rd quarter. It looked like a late handoff. It's just good penetration by Harrison Central. Going to make it 4 down.
Well, they blitzed the
about 3.
linebacker on a run blitz. Number 8, Devontae Perkins, came from his linebacker position and cut through the gap. That's a blitz play designed to stop the run, and it worked. Again, this Red Rebels defense is stout. We're going to have to execute our plays to get into that end zone. 4th down.
I can guarantee you, Coach Whitehead, that's not what he drew. He didn't draw up a 3 and out there. Good snap, good kick. Let's see what kind of bounce we get. Out of bounds, little angled kick at about the 27-yard line. 8:44 left in the 3rd quarter. 7-0 St. Martin. Going to stay right here with you.
All right, good punt. So we reverse the field. Red Rebels take over their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Jackets did get a 1st down on that drive, but it's still just not where we want to be. And I attribute the Red Rebel defense to a majority of that.
We've gone, every time we sit there and watch a game, we're just running it down. We're running it down people's throats, and we get accustomed to that, Rick. We get used to.
Well, this is, in my opinion, for sure the best defense we played all year.
Without a doubt.
Here we go with this triple wide right deal again. The Jackets aren't even messing with that. They're just staying in their straight zone, ignoring that formation.
They're going to give it this time here, and again, Kobe Evans again, Rico Moore starting out with the way they left off.
55. I like how he's playing tonight. McLean on the carry gets 2.
And if you're looking over there, they're getting that bunch, trip set, that stack set, and obviously Moore, number 2, their top receiver, Andrew Wynn's giving him about a 10-yard cushion over there on the right side.
Well, he's just showing cover 3, not giving up anything deep.
They're going to come right here to Moore on again. I mean, we're backed up 7-8 yards, and they only need 7 or 8 yards, and they hit him on a little hitch route.
Well, what the Jackets did there, they blitzed Jace Franklin from the outside linebacker who would normally pick up the soft zone right there, but they chose to gamble and blitz him instead of dropping back. So number 2 sat down in open space. Easy pitch and catch for the Rebels. But I'm impressed with Wynn there. He covered his deep zone, but he also came up and made the tackle. Which
He's not
is
afraid to, lay those shoulder pads on somebody.
Here we go with that trips left again.
They're going to fake it, look for the slant, and Rico Moore with his hands on it could have turned this game into a 7-7 tie.
Anderson had a receiver open there, but Moore getting his hands up, as you said. The Jackets' outside linebackers are active. They do not stand around and wait. They will play zone occasionally. They'll also blitz the passer, and they get after it. Rico Moore playing very smartly on that play.
Again, trips left again for Harrison Central. Low snap, going to give it.
Ball
Fumble on the play. St. Martin Yellowjackets with a 3rd turnover of the game.
Who's got that ball, Coach? Who came up with that one?
I'm not sure. I know Jace was the last one to get up, but we have to go to the replay there, and I'm watching it now.
All right, give me that replay so we can call out that winner for the turnover belt, sponsored by Bishop Insurance, co-sponsored by Fayard's Marathon. Jackets with
Man,
3
I
turnovers.
couldn't
This is
tell.
a
There were
defensive struggle tonight.
We had to go back on tape. That was 3 white jerseys on top of that football. So
Well,
St.
I saw
Martin.
Norday in there, Jason there. I'm not certain who Kobe was in
D'Angelo
there
Gaines
as well.
was in there as well. But I'm going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Jackets. Best field position of the night to start a drive. 7:35 left in the third quarter. Million's going to drop back, and he's looking for something. Now, he had all day to throw it.
He also had Nick Ross wide open on the left side, but he was trying to – what you had there, Jackets ran a flood zone, 1 deep, 1 mid, 1 short. Million made his decision. Ball came up incomplete.
Give that thing to Ham McGee, bouncing outside. He's got a little room, but again, great coverage by Harrison Central. Again, pushing him to the sideline and not giving him, not giving him a hold.
Linebacker 43, Eric Hopkins ran with Ham all the way to the sideline, but Ham does a good job following his blocks. Gets about 4 on the play, 3rd down 5.
We got 86 viewers right now, Rick. Again, first time on. Again, keep liking and sharing the link. And see if we can't get these viewers up here. I know it's cruising the coast. Everybody's enjoying and maybe out on the road here, but maybe they're sitting in their cars and enjoying a little St. Martin football.
Well, what I think is cool about the YouTube is I got Dish Network, and it's a channel on my TV. So
Ham
this
McGee
is on
bust
actual
upside,
TV.
run somebody over for another yellow jacket.
First down.
Yes,
Ham
sir.
McGee with the strong carry there. And the O-line moving the D-line behind Brandon Cunningham. Ethan Anderson moved the D-line at least 4 yards. As I was saying, Coach, I'm at my house. I got Dish Network. YouTube is a channel on my TV. So we're on actual television. If you have a Fire Stick or Apple TV, this is going to be a great platform as we move forward with WGUD.
Well, anybody with a smart TV, that's got that YouTube on the TV
Absolutely.
or anything like you're talking about there. Ham McGee again, north and south. Only gain of 2 or 3, and Ham's helmet coming off, which means
he's still
going
fighting for yards, but he got behind Devin Washington and Ethan Anderson again.
Well, and here comes Jay, obviously looking pretty good, bouncing in there. Your helmet comes off in high school. You got to come out, really any level. Helmet comes off, you got to come out for one play.
That's a good 3-yard run. Sometimes folks get impatient with the 3-yard runs, but those are important to setting up the rest of your plays.
A lot of football games been won with 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
That's old school. We got a defensive struggle here tonight, so every yard we get tonight's going to be valuable.
Million's going to keep it. Ooh. You had Elijah over there again. I don't know if that was if Elijah was sitting there for a pass.
Well, I think that was a triple option, honestly, and Million decided to keep it. He could have stopped up and just pitched it out there right quick, and Elijah had plenty of room. But you're talking microseconds to make those decisions as a high school quarterback, and that was a good keep by Million. 3rd down.
Twin set, 3rd down and about 5 here. Man, they blitzed right up the middle and met us.
Well, that was number 8 again, Pinkins coming off the edge for the Rebels. They blitz him on 3rd down. That's been their MO most of this game.
Well, here we go. Again, we talk about neither team has made a field goal on the season. We are 0 for 4, and as you said, Harris Central hadn't attempted one.
41-yarder.
Which we know Jared does have the leg for this. Let's just see if we can. They tried to draw him off sides there and get 5 extra yards. Chaz Pilot with the hold. The kick is up. Plenty of distance. Boom. Jared Wetzel with the first field goal of the season. Going to make it 7-3. Harrison Central, 4:10 left in the third quarter.
The Jackets are on the board, and that's a big deal. We're getting on the board.
Beautiful. That looked good. That was a good.
That was a great kick right down Main Street. Nick Ross with a good snap. Chaz Pilot got the hold down. Great kick, 41-yarder. Good kick for a high school player for sure.
That probably pretty good from 46, 47 possibly.
he had plenty of leg, and like we said, it was straight down Main Street. No wind factor tonight. The flag on the pole is not moving at all. It's about, I would say, 85 degrees right now. Beautiful night, hot night, but we're used to it here in South Mississippi. All right, Jackets on the board, Coach. Moore back to receive the kick for the Rebels, and number 10, Arion Moore. Number 2, Jacob Moore. Not sure if they're related.
A lot of Moores.
Then we know these guys are electric, so let's see what we do with this kickoff.
Well, Wetzel's first and only kick of the night. He put it in the end zone, so let's see if he can be 2 for 2 on the night.
Good leg, and it's beyond the end zone, touchback. College, NFL, that would have been a live ball right there, but high school, as soon as the ball goes over the end zone line, a kickoff, automatic touchback, which is a weapon. We've talked about it in other games, Coach.
Well,
in
last
high
year
school
it was a huge
football, when you got a kicker that can get you touchbacks, you're getting 80 yards to the other team to score every single possession.
Well, last year you're talking about, Sean Gomez, it was probably 8 out of 10.
Well,
he was
we've been
putting in
blessed
there.
with good kickers for the last few years. Gomez was a 4-year starter.
And Wetzel does a great job. And, again, we've got Gabe Showalter coming right behind him, a 9th grader who's had to take a few snaps. They're going back to the air. Again, wide open, Moore, 14 yards down the field for a Harrison Central
well,
first down.
Well, you've seen is the Rebels have made a little bit of adjustment. Their quarterback, Gannon Stringer, is finding number 2, Jacoby Moore, sitting down in the zone coverage. The Jackets may have to mix in a little man because the Rebels have adjusted their pass routes to sit down in the zone where the grass is and not the defender.
Trips left again. Harrison Central, 3:50 left in the third quarter. He's got 3 guys to throw. He's going to hold it again. And Jace Franklin with his 3rd sack on the night. Woo! Yes, sir.
The juice is loose, Coach. Jace coming from that left outside linebacker position. We've been talking about it earlier in the third quarter. St. Martin's outside linebackers, Rico Moore, Jace Franklin, stay active.
Well, Jace, I'm sorry, I don't mean to step
the other
on
team
toes.
doesn't know whether they're coming, whether they're staying, whether they're playing run, whether they're playing pass, whether they're playing blitz.
Well, the quarterback, that play, I mean, he had guys wide open, and I'm not sure, what the coaching staff is telling him. But
I don't know if that was a design play or not. He pump faked and then took off like he was a draw. I'm not certain.
They're going to give it that time up the middle, and D'Angelo Gaines, he gets tripped up by the old turf monster. Turf monster with the first tackle of the night.
McLean off the left side behind the left tackle. Gets a couple back for the Rebels. Now Jackets in good shape, Coach. 3rd down and 15.
Yeah, 2:45 left in the third quarter. Little third and long.
Notice now, Coach, that Kevin Ferguson, who plays this dog position, is now back with a 2-deep look as a free safety. So with his 3rd and long, he plays a hybrid safety linebacker.
We bring in Jace Franklin again on the edge, and there ain't nobody sitting down. Jace coming again on the edge. Rico Moore with the tackle. Going to get back to about the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback Stringer couldn't find anybody open. The zone coverage did its job there. It was a straight cover 2 by the Jackets. Every part of the field was covered in the zones. Stringer didn't feel comfortable throwing the ball.
Well, quarterback
so he took
looks
off with it.
No doubt. Quarterback looks nervous out there. He looks uncertain. He's not sure if he's throwing it, if he's running it, and Jace Franklin's coming. Rick, I'd be nervous too.
What I perceive, Coach, is they've played against a lot of man coverage this year, just by their play design with that triple wide out, et cetera, and the zone coverage is really messing with their head.
Low
a little
snap
bit.
on the bounce. Kick there. Let's see what kind of bounce Elijah gets. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. I don't know why we get close to it, Rick. When we know we're not going to get it.
Showboating a little bit. Get pumped up.
That ball ain't round.
He knew he wasn't. Mr. Washington knew he wasn't picking that up. Jacket football, 1st and 10 on the 22. But what I was saying, Coach, before that play is that the Rebel offense looks like their whole play design is to go against a man defense, and the zone is messing up. They got the couple of curl routes early in that last drive, but ever since then they're a little bit confused with the St. Martin's zone coverages.
Well, we're going to start here again. We've got Again, man, Nick Ross is just spread wide. Fumble on the play again.
Miscue. Milian missed the handoff.
Well, it looked like Milian was looking at that handoff.
Jay McGee there.
Instead of looking the ball into his hands.
Not certain what was going on there.
Neither team able to really get a rhythm offensively. And again, you want to tip your hat to both defenses for doing an excellent job.
Well, what happens when your defenses will expose you when you're making miscues against a good defense that punishes you.
Twin set, again, bunched up here on the near side. All right, here's that route that we were looking for earlier. Just trying to get the ball. Hold on to it. Two hands.
Well, that was a triple option. Milian had the option to give, run, or throw it out there late. He chose to throw it out late. The Rebels, with a quick defense, get out there and shut it down.
Now it's going to make it third down at about 17 for the Yellowjackets. 38 seconds to go in the third quarter.
14, Azani Ray came up from the safety position to make that play for the Rebels.
7-3, Harrison Central. Like I said,
now what I haven't seen from the Jackets, and we've been successful throughout the year, is throwing screen passes on these kind of possessions, situations. What I'm trying to say.
Bad snap. Let's see what Milian. Oh, Harrison Central's going to jump on it at the 2-yard line. Now we have not.
Our center has been the best center in the whole state, in my opinion, all year. Ethan Anderson has been a beast, but that's two miscues tonight, and frankly, that's what's killing our offense, miscues. When you play against a good defense and you make a little mistake, it just kills you. Now the Rebels are set up in terrific position.
Now we're going to see, look, we're going to lean on that defense. 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now let's see if we can put together a goal line stand here, an old-fashioned goal line stance, and only going to be time for one play.
Well, McLean is likely ball carrier here behind his big offensive line.
And they got some big fellas. They got a heavy stack on the left side.
They got him in the pistol.
They're going to give it to him. No, quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he ain't got a lot of room to run, and it's going to be a loss of about 2 or 3.
Ferguson up from the dog position.
Sometimes, Rick.
And 55, Kobe Evans.
Quarterback's
getting it done.
Yeah, quarterback's taking a lot of abuse, all game, and he's close to the end zone. And look, quarterbacks like running touchdowns too. Now he might have tried to keep one, but we're gonna go into third quarter. 7-3 Harrison Central. Gonna go to commercial break. Be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Well,
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sequel Harris. I'm a candidate for County Court Place 1 Youth Court in Jackson County. I've been a resident of Jackson County since 1995 and have practiced law here since 2001. I have served as a guardian ad litem for abused and neglected children in both youth court and chancery court. I have also served as a privately retained attorney, a juvenile defender, and an indigent parent attorney in Hancock, Harrison, and Jackson counties. With my knowledge and experience, I believe that I am qualified to serve the families of Jackson County, bringing new ideas to assist our families in crisis in a fair and impartial manner. Please vote November the 6th for me as your next youth court judge.
All right, Coach, what I was saying before the break is you covered that on the coach's corner.
Foreshadowing.
That the quarterback for the Red Rebels, 17, Dalen Anderson, likes to keep when he's down deep in that red zone. He likes to score. So it looked like the Jackets knew that, and they were all over that last play.
Well, although he doesn't have a lot of yards rushing, he's there. He scored more rushing touchdowns than anybody else. So
well, this might be the biggest defensive stance for St. Martin so far this year.
They're going to give it this time, and a host of Jackets. D. Ingram even up in there, and going to get about maybe one. Going to bring up third down and about 5, and the Harrison Central Red Rebel coaching staff is going to have to make a decision
here. Tailback McLean trying the inside.
Again, do you go to the air or do you keep it on the ground?
Third down and 3. Like I said, the Jackets defense, this might be their biggest stand for the entire year so far.
Well,
if they can keep these Rebels out of the end zone.
Well, the Jackets, survived 2 runs right here. And now let's see if they keep it on the ground or go to the air again. 11:24 left in the fourth quarter.
They better watch 17. He likes to score.
Bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Let's see who comes up with it. Quarterback got it. Is that
That's
quarterback?
Anderson.
Well, quarterback.
17 Anderson recovered his own fumble on the low snap, I think. Well, looks like they're calling it jacket football. And we got a man down.
Well, we dove in there head first. Now, ain't no doubt we had some,
you're
both
just trying
sides.
to get after the ball.
Yeah.
And a low collision is still a collision.
I'm not sure who that is down, but.
Let me give a shout out, Coach, to Kyle Strunk, our athletic trainer for Yellow Jacket Athletics, St. Martin alum, class 2007, works for Beanville Orthopedic, who supports all athletics on the coast.
Well, it's 11:05 left in the fourth quarter. We're going to go to commercial break while we check on our young men.
Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellow Jackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
Save Right Pharmacy is your friendly neighborhood pharmacy that has proudly been serving the St. Martin community since 2001. Stop and Save Right and receive personal attention from an educated and friendly staff. Save Right isn't just a pharmacy. They have gifts, healthcare items, cards, and much more. They also have bill pay, money orders, and a free blood pressure machine. Save Right's convenient drive-thru makes getting your prescriptions easy. And don't forget, you can drop off prescriptions before or after hours. So for all your pharmaceutical needs and more, remember, save time, save money, save right.
At Product
And the field goal team, I got confused.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Harrison Central. Again, Kobe Evans, the Yellow Jacket being helped off the field, but again, off on his own power.
Goal line stand for the Jackets, 4th down. Harrison Central trying their first field goal of the year.
Unless they're going to go to a fake.
23-yarder from this point, Coach.
It's up. The kick is up, and it's good. Going to make it another a 7-point game. They're going to make it 10-3.
So
Jackets again, not your prototypical. Point out, Rick.
Changing field goals in the second half.
Not your it's not your prototypical kicker. So young man steps in and knocks down a 20-yard field goal there.
Well, a kicker at high school is a luxury, and right now we're pretty fortunate. We have 2 of them.
2 really good ones.
So, 10:54 in the fourth quarter. Jackets down 10-3. Offense struggling, miscues, turnovers. Now it's time to find out what we're made of.
Well, last time they kicked it to about the 12, 13-yard line. Number 96 right to Elijah, but it looks like he's leaned a little different way. So, but ultimately going to catch it about the 10, 11-yard line again. And Elijah Washington, let's see, he's grabbing his face mask. All he needs is a hole.
He's gone.
He breaks that tackle to the 50, 40, 30, 96 is not going to catch him. Woo! St. Martin touchdown.
Elijah, Mr. Washington. Apparently the Rebels didn't watch their film on that. They've been kicking to him all night. All he needs is one block, and he's gone. And we'll take it, Coach.
Elijah Washington.
Get this extra point. We're going to have a tie ball game here in the fourth quarter.
218 yards on the kick return coming into the game. And, again, a guy that can take it to the house. Ultimately.
We'll add about 85 more on that one.
Which has been a defensive battle. Special teams play, your third phase comes in, and hopefully with a Jared Wetzel extra point here, can tie the football game up. And
it's all been special teams second half, pair of field goals and a kick return for a touchdown.
Snap, the hold, the kick is good. St. Martin ties it up, 10-10, 10:42 left in the fourth quarter.
And I feel the momentum shifting,
yes,
Coach.
Sir, the old Mo. Again, Harris Central's defense has been unbelievable. Special teams out there.
Well, what that's going to do, Coach, that's going to re-energize the Yellow Jacket defense. They know their efforts are worth it now. They've been playing great all night themselves.
Let's give a shout-out to the Yellow Jacket faithful that made the trip out here to Lyman. Again, it's about a
we got a good crowd over
20, 25-minute drive maybe to get out here and coming out to support the Jackets. We're at, what'd you say, Hunter, again? 80? 91 viewers again.
Stay tuned. Share with your friends. We got a tie ball game in the fourth quarter. We can feel your energy here in Harrison Central, even through the electronics. So get your buddies on this, involved in this game tonight. It's about to get exciting, Coach.
Get your popcorn ready. Again, here we go. We're talking about you want to be an upper echelon team. You want to be one of the big dogs in the region.
You hold a team to a field goal inside the 5, and then
absolutely.
you return that kick, and you got a ball game.
Yeah, if we're able to come away with the victory, no doubt we're going to have to look back and find that defensive possession right there.
And I've always said, Coach, defense wins championships regardless of the sport. Offense puts butts in the seat.
There.
Another Wetzel touchback, Coach.
Yeah, that's number 3 on the night.
We'll take it. That means
it's hard to run
got to go 80 yards.
Hard to run the kickoff back when you're having to take, you're getting the automatic touchback there. So, again, the difference between having a guy that can put it in the end zone and a guy that's kicking to about the 10.
Absolutely. And for many years at St. Martin, we didn't have those kind of kickers, and it was frustrating to face teams that did.
Yeah.
So now I know how it feels, because having good kickers really is a weapon, especially in high school football.
All right, let's see what the Red Rebels draw up. Again, they've been sputtering a little bit offensively. Quarterback, making a few mistakes here. Low snap. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's got a seam. Easton Wynn getting blocked out there. Quarterback. Great run, a 12, 13-yard run.
17 Anderson making a play there just on the option keep.
Great blocking. Harris Central's receivers out there springing him for that first down.
Easton Wynn likely saved a touchdown there from his dog position.
I mean, he was getting blocked. He reached out and grabbed him. So, like you said, Easton Wynn's been playing, tough, hard-nosed football all year long. Again, coming in from Germantown.
Got number 40 in for the Jackets for Kobe Evans on this left defensive end. That's 9, Gino Johnson.
40 looks to be, it looks like Dylan Hughes there. Again, we've got new jerseys, and we might, let me take a look here. That's Dylan Hughes. That's Dylan Hughes, number 40.
Johnson with a carry for the Rebels gets 7. Easton Wynn with another good tackle.
Again, lowered his shoulder. Look, ran over and held on to him now. That's tough to do. Second down and about 3 for Harrison Central, looking for a little life on the offensive side. 9:40 left in the fourth quarter. Trips left, Harrison Central. Number 9 in the pistol. Will hand that thing off. He's switching hands coming through the through the hole, I'm sorry.
That's Gino Johnson again for the Red Rebels. D'Angelo Gaines in on the initial contact.
Jace Franklin. Jace having a good game.
Jace wrapped him up. 56 had him on the initial. 3rd and 2, Coach.
3rd and 2. Jace Franklin asking the Yellowjacket Nation to stand up and make some noise, but Jace coming in from the backside. Man, number 2. I tell you what, I got a sure-handed wide receiver over there, and
it's
looked like possibly a block in the back on Jace.
Jacoby Moore compete from Dalen Anderson. Just got that little curl route down in front of the zone. Gets enough for a Rebel first down.
I don't know if you could see there, but here's the replay. Jace coming in, and I don't know, kind of pushed him down from behind there, but maybe Jason set him up for
Wynn's playing a good corner here. He's playing his zone, and then he makes the tackle after the catch.
Ain't going to give it to the running back this time, and Easton Wynn again there. And Kenny pulling him forward. Dylan Hughes again on the assist.
Well, the Rebels have switched up tailbacks, and number 9, Gino Johnson,
got
fresh legs.
Looks like
he's getting about 6 yards a carry.
Joe Lewis checking in and Dylan Hughes checking out. Kobe Evans went to the sideline. We hadn't seen him back.
Well, and there's a difference there. Kobe's out, and they're running straight at that side where he was been dominating all night.
8:05 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 4. Quarterback's going to give it again to number 9. And let's see if he got enough for the first down. But
yeah, Gino Johnson with a carry past the 40. D'Angelo Gaines getting in the inside. Jackets adjusted on that D line, Coach. They got Norde White lined up as a defensive end,
Rick,
slid him out.
As we've seen here, Elijah Washington checking in, putting the gloves on, and like we did in the Gulfport.
Well, the Jackets done a great job this year of not playing both ways, but sometimes you got to put a better athlete out there.
And now we got one of our big dogs locked up. They're going to hand it off again, and
that's Johnson again with the carry.
He made it to about the 42. Not sure about the 40. It's going to depend on the spot, and that spot's going to look like a Harrison Central first down.
Ball's at the 37 and a half.
They're going to pull the chains out. And
well, it's getting frantic, Coach. 7:07 remaining in the fourth. They're calling for a measurement. The Jaga defense noticeably missing Kobe Evans, who got injured earlier. He did walk off in his own power.
Although I see him on the sideline over there, he's kind of, I don't even gonna call that a track, but he's on that walkway over there. Maybe trying to walk it off.
Well, and also you notice, Coach, the Jackets put in Elijah Washington at corner for Andrew Wynn. He's going to probably play both ways the rest of the game.
All right, fourth and inches here, Rick.
Elijah did play corner most of the year last year, but we've developed depth this year. Net measurement short.
Now what we'd love to have here is Harrison Central go for a hard count and they do a little false start or something like that. But although, you know, we talked about it, Gulfport stopped us. Gulfport stopped us with 1.5 yards to go, and let's see if the Jackets can come through. And
just got to play defense here, Coach.
William the Refrigerator Perry has checked in for Harrison Central, number 75 in the backfield there.
He's a big boy playing fullback, lined up in that fullback position. His name is Bryce Ramsey. Big Bryce, 6'3", 315. Playing fullback.
Let's see if quarterback just keeps it. They're going to throw out. Oh, they false started. They false started exactly
there
what we asked
for.
Absolutely. We got it.
Kenny Williams excited down there. False start offense.
Sometimes when you go, listen, I think football coaches sometimes they get a little too fancy. Look, you need an inch. You've been running 3-4 yards a pop at it, and we get a little fancy. We go to that. We dig in that playbook for that play instead of going with Old Faithful, and it cost Harrison Central right there. It cost them 5 yards.
Miscues, good defense will expose your miscues. And that's been true on both sides of the ball, Coach.
Rick, we've crossed the 100 viewers now. We've got 103 viewers.
Well, all 103 of you need to invite one friend to this ball game. It's 10-10, fourth quarter.
The snap, the kick, not a good one. All right, Yellowjackets in business. 6:34 left in the fourth quarter, 10-10. Here we go.
Rico Moore with the pressure on the punt made the punter kick it off the right side of his foot. Jackets going to get the ball.
Again, Rick, I'm going to go back to that fourth down play. Again, we did it. You know, when we came down to the Gulfport game, not that it was a trick play, but, man, Ham and Jay have been running so strong, and, you know, we kind of went with a different formation, not a formation that we don't do often, but again, and they blew it up, and we didn't get it. Harrison Central right there had a chance to get 2 or 3 inches and came up short. And bottom line, it's St. Martin football, 6:33 left in the fourth quarter. Going to be direct snap to Ham McGee. No handoff needed.
Just a lead block, straight snap. In the NFL, you'd call that a wildcat.
And basically it's power football. Chaz Pilots checked in.
2nd and 5.
Well, you'd love
Chaz
to see.
playing fullback and Ham and Jay in the backfield.
Yeah. Just give it to the McGee brothers and let them march it down the field. Snap again. Ham McGee busting up the side. Yellow Jacket.
First down.
Yes, sir. Look, nothing fancy. We don't need nothing fancy.
Nice
6
tackle
minutes.
by number 93 for the Rebels, Tavon Young.
6 minutes to go. I know Million don't want to sit on the sideline over there, but you got, Ham McGee coming into the game.
Well, it's a formation change. This is a moment where you're challenging your line to move the line of scrimmage, and you're challenging your backs to get after it.
I mean, you're talking about 2 guys in the backfield that's rushed for over 900 yards combined, and both of them are great blockers. The snap again. Ham's going to bounce it out. 3, Harrison Central Red Rebels. Ham still up and moving. I tell you what, Harrison Central coaching staff has done a great job with the scout. I mean, wherever Ham McGee goes, Rick, they've got
They're
3
all
guys
over him
spying
for sure.
over him without a doubt.
Pinkins gets the final tackle. Ham got all 3 of those yards on his own. He's just looking for a seam.
Yep.
Jackets staying with this formation. Jay McGee calling plays now.
Oh, little brother out there. Looks like we're going to snap it to little brother here and let Ham block.
Chaz Pilot staying in at fullback.
All right, Jay McGee's going to keep it. He just lowers his shoulder for 3 or 4
and
tough yards.
Jay runs like a hammer. Pinkins again on the stop for the Red Rebels, along with 34, Kendrick Shields.
I started calling him the bulldozer last game, and, you know, I don't know if you like that one.
So here we go, getting our 3 yards at a time, brings up 3rd down 3.
Yep. Million check back in here. 4:40 left in the 4th quarter. 10-10, all tied up. And
Jackets not panicking. They just trying to move the ball down the field.
Eating a little clock.
Let the clock be their friend, looking for ball control and possession. Pilot stays in at fullback.
And I don't anticipate anything other than Million keeping a hold on the football. He's got an edge. He got a block to the 40, 35, and he's out of bounds for another Yellow Jacket.
First down.
Yes, sir. Again.
Same play, different player.
Rick.
You got 3 guys that can run the ball. Pilots is an excellent lead blocker. And you're just getting the ball to your runner and letting him choose where the hole is and go.
Again, Ham McGee, 455 coming in. Jay McGee, 392.
And
Million Graham, 299.
This style of ball works really well for your offensive line,
Yeah.
too. They just got to put a hat on a hat and push, and then the backs find their seams.
Yeah, we ain't got a bad rusher. We got 4 guys, you know. Man, he's still running. He's still running. Hold on to it. What could have been a loss of 5. Jay McGee, unbelievable, getting back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
And there's another one of those miscues that have been plaguing us all night on the offensive side. Hopefully that's not a drive killer, because now you got a loss of 1 instead of a gain of 5.
Well, but, 3:44 left. Again, eating the clock. I mean, we've had the ball now for about.
If we get the ball to the 25, you're definitely in field goal range for sure. We've already made one from 41 earlier. The wind is not a factor.
Not that we want to, not that we're probably going to throw it, but, Harris Central, with 4 or 5 yards at a line of
They
scrimmage.
got 9 guys in the box and 2 corners.
Strength on strength. Million, hold on to it.
This is what you call mano-a-mano football, Coach. The Rebels putting 9 guys in the box. Jackets still running the ball and gaining 5 yards a pop. Problem was we had a miscue on first down, so instead of 3rd and 3, now we're at 3rd and 7.
And 2:58 left in the 4th quarter. As far as I can remember, both teams still with 3 timeouts, unless I missed one somewhere.
This can be a big play right here.
Now here's where you see, do we keep doing what we're doing or do we take a shot?
Pilot still in at that H-back fullback.
And that's Elijah down here, one-on-one coverage. If I'm taking a shot, I'm taking it with him. We're going to roll out. Oh, Micaiah fell.
He was open on the stop route, and he fell down. He couldn't get back up to catch the ball.
Again, the play call, not a bad one. It looked like he
great
slipped.
Play call.
All right, here you go. Coach Whitehead's got to make the decision, 2:31.
That's a 49-yard field goal from there.
Yeah. Nick Ross coming in. Again, we're putting the skill guys back out there. Let's see if.
Well, we're 0 for
Play
3
clock
on
at
4th
19.
down on the night.
Let's see.
Field goal not in the playbook. Neither is a punt.
13 seconds. We're going to burn the timeout here.
Unless they take the delay a game for a better punt angle.
Yeah. 2:31 left in the 4th quarter.
Timeout
10-10.
Jackets.
Be right back after a commercial break.
We understand that peace of mind is everything. We give families the opportunity to remain safe and independent in their own homes while receiving the elder care they need. We're available for you and your family 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Jamie Wynn with Prada Home Care. We are pleased to provide our services to individuals along the Gulf Coast and surrounding communities. Give us a call today.
Prada Home Care. Call today for a free consultation, 228-355-9971. Mark Maples is the experienced candidate to serve as Chancery Judge for Jackson, George, and Greene County. Vote Maples on Tuesday, November 6th. Mark would like to wish the Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Paid for by the committee to elect Mark Maples.
All right, folks, welcome back. Harrison Central, 2:31 left in the fourth quarter.
And I'm sitting on the edge of my seat, Coach, about to hang it out this window. 2:31, you say, right? Tied at 10.
Yes,
Ball,
4th and 7.
paint the picture. Ball's on the 32. It's 4th down.
And I'm looking hard count.
That's been a staple, and Million's done a good job with that, Mr. Graham.
Nick Ross in on the near side, wide out.
Washington joins Ham in the backfield.
Marquez McGee at the right, and Jay McGee over there in the slot. What do we got here? Timeout,
Another
St.
timeout.
Martin.
They didn't like that look, Coach.
Nope, did not.
And I don't blame them. I didn't like that look either. There's something that was awkward there. They sent Ham in motion, which normally when a team sends a player in motion, they're trying to find out one thing. Is the other team in zone or in man, and which man's on you. I think it looked like they're going to throw a screen there to Ham, but if they stayed in man coverage, that was going to get blown up.
Well, that's
so I believe they called a timeout because that was supposed to have been a screen play, and they were in man coverage, and that play would have been blown up.
Well, anytime, and I don't play it a whole lot lately, but anytime I'm playing Madden football or college football, I'm taking that guy and sending him in motion and trying to find out. Of course, you're dealing with Tom Brady back there at the helm. He can make any throw I want to make.
Yeah, but the linebacker, number 8, Pinkins, has been all over the field all night anyway. And like I said, if that was a screen, we would have been in trouble. So now we're going for the 49-yarder. Now here's the deal. We make this, we're going to get the lead. If you miss in high school football, it's the same as a punt touchback as long as it makes it to the end zone.
Well, let's see
so
what we got.
So this is a big gamble.
Jared Wetzel with the kick. No, it's going to be just left.
Short. Was it long enough?
It was long, yeah, it was left.
Just to the left. I mean, that was 49 yards. Big kick for a high school player, but that's as good as a punt because now the Rebels get the ball on their own 20. We got a player down.
And listen, other than one miscue the first 2 minutes of the ball game, our defense, as well as Harrison Central's defense, has dominated this game.
Well, let's talk about miscues. Jackets driving. You have a miscue on the first down. End up a loss of 1 instead of gain of 5, and now you're in that 4th down situation. A good defense will expose you when you make a mistake. And both of these teams have great defenses, and that's really been the story of the game. I know the fans like to see 42 to 35, but this is old-fashioned football right here. It's 10-10. It's a region contest. You got the first place in the region, Harrison Central, playing second place in the region, and St. Martin. This game's huge.
Yeah. And it looks like we got cramps out there on the
hot.
Field. It is 225.
Somebody told me it's fall. It's like, I think it's 2 degrees cooler than it was in July.
I haven't seen any of the leaves turning yet. I don't know about you.
Not down here. All right, I'm on the edge of my seat, and we know that young man's going to be okay. They're stretching him out for muscle cramps. So, defensive ball game. Right back to the Jackets defense now.
What do you think here, Rick? You think they're going to the air right here? You think they're going to put it on the ground?
Well, based on what we've seen all night, the Red Rebels like that connection between their quarterback, Anderson. Dalen Anderson is his name, number 17, and Jacoby Moore, number 2. You got a 6'3" wide receiver. Elijah Washington's already on the field to play corner.
Yep.
So he's either going to go man on 2 or he'll play deep zone on 2. I think we're going to alternate for the Jackets pressure on the quarterback coming from the outside linebacker position of Franklin and Moore.
Hunter gave us a little extra TV time right there. We wasn't even paying attention. He hit the old side view. Hopefully that was a good look for us.
Hey, I know. Did you get my good side? Here we go.
That's Joe Lewis there.
Joe Lewis playing nose tackle. Norde White moved out to the defensive end with Kobe Evans on the sideline. Got banged up earlier in the fourth quarter. Miscue on the defense.
Yeah, going to give him 5
Too
yards.
late in the game for miscues. Jackets got to play perfect the rest of the way.
See what kind of pressure we get. Norde coming in on that right side. Quarterback's running. We got to come get him. Now, I'm going to tell you one adjustment. I don't know if that was purposely done, Rick, but putting Norde on that left side when he's attacking.
Well, that was 100% purposely done because they were running the ball hard in that direction after Kobe went down. So they slipped Norde out, brought Joe Lewis back in the middle. Joe can play that position. Also, you notice our dog on that last play, Easton Wynn, sat down in that soft zone, which took that pass away, which caused the scramble.
But Norde also coming in from the left, a right-handed quarterback, and get his hand up and maybe deflect the ball. And 2 sits down again, and man, that play has been working all night long for the Rebels.
Well, he sat down in that zone. Jace Franklin sat, in a soft zone on one side. Easton Wynn covering the flare out. And Anderson just found his favorite receiver Moore inside of that zone for a Rebel first down. 153 and counting, Coach.
Brandon Cunningham's checked in at nose guard. You know, not a lot of reps defensively. 145 and counting. Let's see what we're going to get here. False start.
Well, again, the Jackets have done a great job this year of getting players to play on one side of the ball only. But when the game's on the line, sometimes you got to bring out your top notch. And I assure you, Brandon's going to make a difference at that nose guard position just as much as Elijah is at this corner.
I mean, the Harris Central line is a big line, but when that big monster's standing across from you, Norde standing right next to him, it might make you shiver a little bit. Again, they're going to roll out here. Again, great catch again. Kenny brings him out of bounds. And
Anderson to Moore. I believe the Rebels practiced that quite a bit. Washington with good coverage. Moore just did a little stop route, gets about 10 on the play, second down 5.
128 left in the fourth quarter.
Jace Franklin on the blitz there, Coach, but he didn't get there in time.
Well, and I'm gonna say this: he came, he came inside the tackle, and these throws are being thrown right outside the tackle. If we can just get a hand in the passing lane. Jace coming again. Quarterback's got room to run, and there it is. Norde White with the great hold on right there.
Great tackle for Norde.
120 and counting.
Brings up a third down. We got a timeout on the field. Charge to the Rebels.
1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Going to stay right here with you.
Man, invite your friends right now. This is an excellent high school football game, one of the best I've attended in several years. A little bit sloppy on the offense, it looks like, but the defenses are making it look that way.
Let's point out that last tackle by Norde because he had 10, 15 yards to run, and Norde's big paws out there did a great job of holding on. Shows you his grip strength right there and brought the quarterback down.
Well, what I see from Anderson, the quarterback for the Rebels, is this. He's looking at one receiver, and if he's covered, he's looking for his feet. So if the Jackets can continue to cover more the best they can and then shut down the running lanes, we're probably going to be in good shape of these next 2 downs.
Big third down here. Third down and about 5 for the Red Rebels. 1:18 left in the fourth quarter.
Elijah Washington matched up right here on the near side with Jacoby Moore of the Rebels. That's the matchup to look at on this play, Coach.
And they're one-on-one if they want it. They're going to throw it long, a little high. Again, goes to 10. He's only thrown to 2 receivers on the night. Number 10, number 2. Now going to bring up 4th down and 5. And Harris Central's got a
Arion Moore, who the pass was intended for. But Elijah Washington had Jacoby Moore blanket coverage, man coverage straight up.
Now it looks
and I
like
expect the Jackets to stay with that. It's 4th and 6, Coach.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. They're going same formation, and they had 2 guys sitting. They had a guy sitting out there in the slot, a guy sitting, a guy seam. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't throw the seam route right here. Again, you're either going seam route or you
Jackets showing man coverage on all these receivers.
Or you come in here to number 2. Game's on the line. I can't think that they're not going anywhere but to number 2 more.
That's a planned play draw.
We had him down in the backfield. Quarterback with a heads-up play. Rick, we had him
I thought
down.
I saw his knee down. I don't know what happened there, but I guess they didn't call him down. But the quarterback, Anderson, with the scramble, that was a design play. It's that same, it's a run-pass option. I would call it a PRO because he's looking to pass to 2. If it's not there, he's taking off.
Man, that was the stop we needed right there. 59 seconds and counting. They're going to take a shot with number 2 here any second now, and it looks like they're going to it. Number 1's wide open.
Running that corner out against D. Ingram. Pass complete to number 1, Brandon Smith. That's his first target and catch on the night. Red Rebels driving 47 seconds on their home field. Jackets had a great stop earlier in the game inside the red zone. Clock ticking, Coach.
40 seconds.
Washington man up with number 2, Jacoby Moore. This is going to likely be one of the last play or 2. Pick play.
They're going to throw it. Great kid, great execution by Harrison Central.
Anderson to Brandon Smith. They run a crossing play. It was a pick play, but both defenders, Washington and Wynn, went with number 2 Moore on that play. And then number 1, Brandon Smith, simply outran Easton Wynn to the corner of the end zone. Easton couldn't catch him.
Great play call by Harrison Central, great execution.
They hadn't gone to Smith all night except for the last couple of plays.
Kick is up, it's good. Harris Central 17, St. Martin 10. 23 seconds to go in the game, and here we go. Special teams, Rick. Let's see what we can get.
Well, that was the best drive of the night by either team. The Jackets were playing the best defense they could. Anderson got accustomed to that zone defense, and he picked it apart with his throwing and then picked up some key yardage by running the ball.
You're talking about a big-time throw.
The last play was terrifically designed because you ran an in route with your number 1 receiver, and then you ran the corner with your other receiver, and both the Jacket defenders, just for a half a second, not even, went with the number 1 receiver. Then Easton Wynn couldn't catch up.
No, big time. Again, big-time throw, big-time catch, big-time call. Again, tip your hat to Harrison Central. Now the Jackets here got to see what we can pull out. Ham McGee.
It's not over. There's 23 seconds, and there's plenty of electric players in white jersey tonight as well.
Yeah, it's not just number 7. So let's see what the Jackets can come up with.
All right, squib kick. Rico smartly downs it, Coach. So we're going to take over at the 37 with 22 seconds left.
Yes, sir. 22 seconds to go, and here we go. You know, you want to.
And we've been here. We've been here with Crestview. We've been here with Gulfport. And we were just a miscue away from winning both of those games, actually. Let's see if we can turn the table here offensively and put the ball in the end zone. Shazim Williams in as a slot receiver. We haven't seen him all night.
We're going trips right here. Nick Ross on the left. Million's going to drop back. He's going to take a shot down the field. Not sure.
That's picked off. Number 15, Javier Simmons of the Rebels.
Well, again, if you look out there, Shazim and Nick Ross was in the vicinity.
And the pass just was errant, and it didn't come up big.
Well, we had Elijah.
Well, additionally, Millian had plenty of running room. He could have got the first down or even out of bounds.
Yeah.
But, again, you're looking at a high school quarterback trying to make a big play at a big time. 14 seconds left. The Rebels are in victory formation. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first time they've beaten us in at least 3 years. Or did they get the win last year?
I can't hear you. This guy's yelling over here on the deal.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a legal
Red
formation right there.
Legal
it's gonna
formation.
Stop the clock. Obviously, I don't know if that's going to have an outcome in the game, but
they only had 3 men in the backfield. I don't think that's going to make a difference. But the Rebels definitely in victory formation. You got a coaching staff going crazy over here with Joy, where he was going crazy for other reasons earlier in the game.
obviously they hadn't worked on the old victory formation very much, but they are coming in here 2-0 and clock's running. They're not even going to have to take a snap.
They did anyway, and that's a ball game, folks.
That's going to be it. Again, you tip your hat to Harris Central. Again, made a big play at the end, but, man, both defenses, Rick, phenomenal games, and I know it's going to be a tough loss for us, but great defense. We got to build on that and move on, okay? We're going to go to commercial. We're going to go to break right now and come back with the post-game show.
Many of the decisions made by Chancery judges affect our most precious assets, our families. You need the confidence knowing your judge has the knowledge and compassion to make those tough decisions. Stacey Zorn is Chancery Court trained and ready. Let Stacey Zorn put her education and experience to work for you.
Hi, I'm Stacey Zorn, and I'm running for Chancery Court Judge, Seat 3, serving Jackson, Georgia, and Greene counties. I'm asking for your vote on November 6th.
Remember, check the Z!
Hi, Troy Ross here with the Jackson County Board of Supervisors. I want to take this opportunity to wish the St. Martin Yellowjackets the best of luck this football season. Go Jackets!
I like my prop. Makes me feel better.
Welcome back, Harrison Central. Rick, whoo, 2 tough losses in region play. Two of the best teams, yeah. Give me your thoughts again. Again, we talked to it again. Harris Central's offensive coordinator up here. Again, we just tipped a hat. Great play call at the end.
Yeah,
great execution.
Excellent play call. Great execution to win the ball game late in the fourth for the Red Rebels. Let's talk about them first, since we're on that subject. Is that better? There we go. Director waving at me, said there's no sound. All right. So Red Rebels, my opinion right now, they're first, or at least tied for first. I didn't check the Gulfport score yet. So they'll be 3-0 in Region 4 6A play. This is the best defense we've played against all year long. If Harris Central can continue to play defense like this, and then their offense continues to execute like it did late in this game, they can play with anybody.
I'm going to tell you, although not a shutout, but offensively, we didn't score a touchdown.
Right.
And again, tell me if I'm wrong, but that's got to be the first time that's happened all year.
Well, my mantra has always been, regardless if it's basketball, coach, baseball, football, defense wins championships. Yeah. If the other team can't score, they can't beat you.
Yeah.
Harris Central's defense, dynamite. They gave up the field goal to us, and we got the kick return for a touchdown. But they shut down our offense. They've exposed, pretty much kept our running backs in check.
Yeah.
We were getting some yardage, but nothing.
No
big gainers, no big plays. And our passing game just needs to improve a little bit when we play against top-notch defenses like this.
But I saw some good routes. Man, we had a few. We dropped a few balls. And, again, when you drop one, it kind of pulls. You're trying to build momentum, trying to build confidence. And if you drop one, maybe the confidence weighs a little bit. But
well, let's get off the Rebels and get on our home team. St. Martin, really, we were disappointed for that loss. But that's 3 losses on the year, 2 in region, which are most important. Yeah. Just by a couple of miscues. Yeah. And when you're playing against a great defense like Harrison Central is, a miscue becomes a drive killer. A 5-yard penalty becomes you're not scoring. Yeah. A poor snap or a little fumble in the backfield, even if you retain possession, becomes you're not scoring, you're going to punt now when you play against good defenses. So we're going to have to clean that up a little bit offensively. Defensively, I mean, yeah, they drove down the field in their 2-minute drill, but our defense can play with anybody.
Yeah. Well, you know, you don't want to point fingers. You don't want to do these things, you know. But we did have a few. This was, again, past few games. It's been 2, maybe 3 penalties, and we probably had 7, 8, 9 penalties
I don't have
tonight.
the count,
and
they
weren't personal foul, type 15-yard deals, but 5 yards here, 5 yards there. You talk about drive killers,
and especially on the offensive side of the ball, they're drive killers.
And moving the football, again, it just never got in rhythm. We never, although in the fourth quarter right there, we held the ball.
Fourth quarter, we made a decision we're going to run it down your throat.
Yeah.
We're going to play man on man, and we were winning that battle in the trenches. Our backs were going hard, and then what happened? Miscue.
Yeah, miscue, backed us up a step.
Drive killer.
Because, again, we were getting 3 or 4 yards apart, and they knew it was coming.
We tried the 49-yard field goal to take the leads 10-10, and you just come up short there.
Yeah.
But it ends up being like a punt play, and then they went 80 yards and got the win. So tip of the hat to them.
Well,
they're killing power on us up here.
Somebody hit the lights on us. I don't know.
I didn't bring my glow-in-the-dark
There we go. There we go.
Whatever,
they said you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here.
Exactly.
So
let's talk about something good, Coach. Who is hot tonight?
Well,
who's our no-quitter?
Kobe Evans didn't finish the game. I know something happens, but Kobe Evans, obviously, he's going to get my tip of the hat.
Kobe
right there.
didn't finish because he got banged up on a wild football play that he went hard on. Kobe Evans all night long. Great game for Kobe. No quit for sure. Who else?
Who else you feeling there?
I like Andrew Wynn, honestly.
Okay, yeah.
Andrew, I believe it was his first start at corner. He played a good job. He's covering his zone. He gave up some catches to a premier wide receiver, 6'3",
not from bad coverage.
Not from bad coverage. And when those catches were caught, that guy's electric. He hit them on the spot.
Yeah.
Andrew Wynn played solid defense, and I want to give him the second no-quit award.
So we're going to go Andrew Wynn and Kobe Evans. Both of them first-time award winners this year, I do believe. And next week we're going to talk about our Player of the Month.
Right.
We'll have that for you.
Sponsored by Finish Line Performance Karting, the Finish Line Performer of the Month for September.
So we'll have 4 or 5 people that we can vote on. Now that we don't have the comments on there, we got to figure out a way that the viewers, because that's the way Finish Line wants it.
They want that. They want the fans to choose their Performer of the Month.
So we'll have that for you next week. We'll have 4 or 5. We'll have a link, whether it's on WGUD's Facebook page or St. Martin Sports Info
that we'll partner with Heath and them.
Yeah, we'll probably go that route because Heath obviously can shoot us a text during the game.
Right, so we'll get the stats there and we'll post it up on St. Martin Sports Info. So if you're not following them on Facebook, St. Martin Sports Info is the place to go for all sports coverage, not just Yellowjacket football.
Well, bottom line, 1 and 2 region play.
Got
but
work
again,
to do.
Two of the best teams. That defensive effort, going to win us a lot of football games coming down the stretch here, and ultimately, you talk about winning. We'll be look, what games like this do when we struggle to move the ball and do things. The coaches kind of not get back to the drawing board, but now the coaches go review film, and if this happens again, they get 9. Ultimately 9 guys in the box on us, which we haven't seen all year.
Right.
9 guys in the box. They got to go back and put a few sets in. Again, I like the crossing routes, but they got to put something in, and they will. But that's what it does. It challenges you as the coaching staff to come find a few different looks there when that happens.
Clean up those miscues, work on execution, get back to work. The season's long. We play 7 games in region. We've played 3 so far, so we're 1 and 2. And who we got next week?
If I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive we have Biloxi.
Right.
Biloxi next week.
We're at Biloxi.
Should be at Biloxi. And Biloxi got shut out last week by Harris Central.
Right, and we don't have the scores around the region
scores
tonight,
now,
but we'll check that out later.
But again, it's always they're right down the street. Every game's a rival game.
Absolutely.
Every game. Obviously, D'Iberville and Ocean Springs are our natural. They're sitting right next to us, but
all right. Well, our director's telling us we need to wrap it up.
Right.
So hey, WGUD, thanks to all the fans for joining in. Share with all your friends if you enjoyed the broadcast, especially if you live out of the area and can't make it to the game. Thanks for being a sponsor of Yellowjacket football.
And we'll be back, Coach's Corner. We'll see you next week. We'll be talking about our upcoming game with Biloxi. Have a good night.